shortstop, batting 6th, number 12, Tracy Warren. Batting 7th, the designated hitter, number 29, Cameron Cooper. Playing left field, batting 8th, number 15, Brendan McKay. And rounding out the batting order for the Melville Millionaires, the right fielder, number 24, Stephen Pierce. Today's starting pitcher for Melville, number 34, Tyler Price.
We have a few.
Head coach, Mike Green.
Mike Green, he's the old coach from here.
Mike Green.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Maybe it's a different...
Good evening, fans, and welcome to another night of Mavericks baseball. Game 1 of the series with the Melville Millionaires. Ryder McKay is always joined by my partner, Wayne Slosher. And Wayne, it's a special night again tonight, Girl Power.
Yeah, wonderful evening out tonight, plus 33 degrees, wonderful week and temperature-wise, supposed to hold through the weekend, and Girl Power. Boys are wearing pink uniform tops tonight. Should be a great crowd, great night for baseball.
Supporting basically Girl Power, from what it was explained to me, is it's recognizing important women in our community. And Wayne, a fine young lady will be throwing out the opening pitch tonight. I think we've made mention of her on our show before, just talking. Young Caitlin Ross, an outstanding up-and-coming hockey player and baseball player too, more importantly baseball for our fans. Wayne, tell us a little bit about Caitlin Ross just throwing the opening pitch. She's a very distinguished individual for her age.
Yes, Caitlin is on Team Canada's women's baseball team. She participated in the World Championships last year in Vieira, Florida. She's on the team again this year. She has played in our American Legion program for the last 3 years. She's one of the top hitters on the American Legion Knights team. An outstanding young girl, a great catcher, plays a very good infield, mainly at second base, but she can play all around. And as you had mentioned, her prowess, her strength might be in hockey. Even though she's an all-Canadian in baseball, her strength might be in hockey, and she's a goaltender in hockey, very similar to being a catcher in baseball.
I've often drawn those comparisons. Really, Wayne, an incredible feat when you think about it, but more importantly, on to some baseball here. Wayne, I was kind of talking with you a little bit off the air. The Mavericks, they're in a good spot right now, but again, what have we said? It's the wild, wild west. There's really no games that can get by you. It seems like you have to come ready to play each and every night. Every win seems so important right now.
It is, yeah. We had mentioned this before. Every game's like a playoff game. I think that we have to remember that exactly 1 month ago, on June the 26th, we were 9-16 after our first 25 games. Since then, we're 15-5. So we've made a complete turnaround, and I think this weekend's a big weekend.
Me too.
The other teams, the other 4 teams in our division are all playing against each other, and we're playing Melville. We've got to take advantage of
make
playing
those games
Melville.
count.
Yes.
Well, Canada to follow, opening pitch right after. And a great performance, as always, by our opening anthem singer. Wayne, getting into the nitty-gritty here. Melville, they find themselves in an Eastern Division where, similar when we last were here talking about Moose Jaw, there's a couple things that you could kind of switch around, but the East seems to kind of be set in stone. Tell us a little bit about the Melville Millionaires heading into tonight's game.
Well, they've won 16 games, so they're certainly capable of winning ball games. We can't overlook them. They're 16 and 29, I believe, is their record. They're not in a playoff berth right now.
A sizable there, yes. Moose Jaw has 22 wins, and as you mentioned, them 16, so they're a few games behind. But like you said, anytime a team has 16 wins, and
poor Caitlin slipped.
She's not a pitcher, she's a catcher, folks. That's okay. Good luck, Caitlin, in that endeavor with Team Canada. Tonight's game balls inspected by Steve Fraser of A Buyer's Choice Home Inspection. A Buyer's Choice Home Inspections guaranteed monster-free. Inspected once, inspected right. Check out A Buyer's Choice Home Inspection on Facebook.
And Wayne, there's a couple, as Owen Steele gets a start tonight for the Mavericks. Steele, we know him well, we know what he's capable of. I expect Steele to have a good showing, come out of the gate throwing strikes. He's a pitcher who likes to work quick, which plays to our favor. We enjoy watching that up here. What are you expecting from the Melville Millionaires batters? I heard you mentioning before the game that they kind of have a different look right now. Some guys that, one guy in particular that doesn't even have a batting average.
Yeah, they've got a few guys in the batting order tonight that probably don't play very much, and I think they're giving everybody a look right now. So we'll see how they perform, and our lineup has switched as well tonight. So
that's
we've
right.
got a little different lineup tonight.
And what do you think the objective there from head coach Tom Vasella is? Not that he's taking the Melville Millionaire squad lightly, because you never can do that, but what do you think he's trying to do with this? Just get some guys in different spots and see how they look? Come in, say an injury happens down the road, potentially?
Well, they've had I shouldn't say a long, but a 3-game road trip against 3 very tough teams. And they've gone with a lot of their regular players, and we've got 3 games against Melville. I think he wants to get guys to have a look and get them into some games. Some guys haven't played for a while. This is a great opportunity. And I would expect we'll see more movement and more shuffling of players as the weekend goes on.
Here's our first player, first one up the bat for Melville.
Caden Zacharias starting things off for them. Zacharias, apologies. Wayne, thanks for correcting me. I'm glad to get that first mistake out of the broadcast early. I usually make about 100 a broadcast. So.
Well, Guy Lanigan and I were talking about this, and I said, I think it's Zacharias. So that's what we decided to go with.
And then, as always, fans, let us know in the comments if we're wrong.
Yep.
Opening pitch, here we go. Caden Zacharias, the second baseman, hitting .201 on the season. Zacharias. Wait, that feels weird. It's a weird name to say, I gotta be honest. Honesty is key, isn't it?
Yeah, well, keep it off. I'll keep it off.
First pitch low. Owen Steele has a record of 4-0 on the season. Foul down the right side. Count is 1-1. He's appeared in 9 games. This is his 10th game. This will be his 9th start. He's pitched 45 2/3 innings. He has an ERA of 4.33. Fastball is high, ball 2. On deck is Jake Green, the catcher, batting .280.
I have 2 girls at home, so that makes a difference.
The ball is high again. Count goes to 3-1.
If we play Motley Crue, girls.
Maybe don't play that one.
I could do that one, Yeah, absolutely. Girls just want to have fun.
There's a ball hit out into right field, but right to Russell Strelchik.
One out.
Makes a couple steps back, makes the catch.
One out, and that brings us play number 16, Jake Green.
Good way to start. Get the first out of the first inning,
That's what you look for.
and let's get through the first inning unscored upon.
Jake Green, Wayne, from Dallas, Texas, one of your favorite states.
Big Lone Star Steak.
It's good. Most people
Probably about 110 degrees down there now and humid. And we're only at about 92 and dry.
And hot for us.
This is just nice. This is
No,
warm.
I'm on.
Here's the first pitch. High. Taylor Wright playing in at third base on the corner. That pitch is fouled straight back. Good fastball by Steele. Evens the count. Welcome to all our viewers. Those of you from Melville. Ball in the dirt. Gets away from Audland.
And Wayne, since you're the man who seems to have connections all over the world, what are your connections with the Melville community? A spot that you've been to?
None.
None.
Don't have any connections there.
Never been to
Ball
Melville.
in on the hands. Oh, I've been there, yeah, several times. Bounce, foul. Ooh, someone went to get out of the road
And I try to say
and just about walked into it. Bounced right in front of them.
heads up.
And yeah, that was
Good
close.
to see Janessa down there checking to see if they're okay. Did it hit the lady's foot? Yeah, it looked like it hit her foot. She's taking her shoe off. Main thing is she didn't drop her ice cream cone.
Nice back.
No, that's
Count is 2-2.
No, we're still good.
the ice cream can't come back. A bruise on the foot can.
Yeah, you can heal that. Oh, a good piece of hitting by Green. Fastball on the outer half of the plate. Just fouls it off. Flips his bat at it. Hoping to get a better pitch. On deck is Marcus Irving. Fastball low.
Full count.
Full count again.
Jake Green attends Wayland Baptist College.
Pop up to the infield. Playing Smith at second base. Calls for it. Makes the catch. 2 away.
2 gone now for Millionaires. Brings up to the plate Marcus Irving.
Next to bat, number 2, Marcus Irving.
And Irving hitting .256 on the season coming into tonight's game. Irving from Detroit, Michigan.
Hard hit ball, but right at Taylor Wright.
That's it for the inning.
Good aim for
You could say good inning.
Owen
or
Steele.
3 down for Melville or something
Three
like
up,
that. If you
3 down.
want to, and then you can just kind of say the Desert Bloom Golf Course one. I'm just going to put some music on there just to kind of through some stuff in if you want to do it.
3 up, 3 down.
got through the first inning without being scored upon.
That's the kind of start you look for. That's the
One I look for all the time.
that's the one you look for and talk to me about all the time.
Now we get a chance to score first. You
And
score
what-
first. 66% of the time.
66% chance to win the game.
It's actually 65, but I did a little checking on that
Okay,
last Saturday night.
Yep.
Embrace the future with Minnesota.
And I went home and I said, is that really true that if you score the first run of the game, that you're going to win 65% of the games?
Oh, there you go. That's good.
So I went through, they had 15 Major League Baseball games Saturday night, and I checked. And in that particular game, Saturday night, July the 21st, there were 15 Major League Baseball games. The winning team scored the first run of the game in 12 of the 15 games.
That's a pretty good high average.
Pretty high
Well,
average.
The overall average is 65%. That night, it
was way
was
over above.
way over and above. And that other statistic that I keep,
But the most you score in one inning, scoring more runs than what the
in
Other
one
team
inning, than the
scores in the
team,
game.
as many or more runs in one inning than the losing team does in the
In the
whole
entire
game.
game.
That same night, I checked the same scores. Saturday night, July the 21st, in the 15 games, the winning team scored more runs in one inning than the losing team did in the whole game 10 out of the 15 games.
And for us math people,
66% of the time.
it's true. Great work, great detective work, Wayne. I got to give you props there for bringing our fans and proving your information. What is that thing in school that always lost me extra marks? Was explain your answer.
Well, I don't want to be telling people and they say, oh, that can't be true. That can't be true. It is true.
It is true indeed. And Wayne, one thing that also is true, Colin Klingensmith. What a recent turnaround for Klingensmith the last little bit. His family has to be really pleased with seeing their kid have success and stuff like that. When Garcia arrived here, and Taylor Wright arrived here, he looked cooked. He looked like he wasn't going to find his way into the lineup, but a couple good games, and now he finds himself leading off tonight, hitting .333. It's been a dramatic climb, and a guy you are really happy to see have some success. Sorry.
Well, credit to him. He didn't hang his head. He went out and he worked hard, and he got an opportunity, and he's taken advantage of it. And now they can't get him out of the order. Leads it off for a single to right field for Klingensmith. He's as hot as the weather is. Even hotter.
Even hotter, arguably.
Monday it was plus 37. I think he's batting at about plus 45.
Plus 45 is a fair assessment. I'll second that. And a student of the game himself, PJ Garcia, comes up. Wayne, we have to bring it up. The play, you remember the play that we talked about on our show where Radai let the ball fall?
Yep.
That was Garcia who called it, I was told. I was told Garcia was the one saying, leave it, leave it. A real student of the game, Garcia.
Yeah,
yep.
He'd be that smart. He and Radai, two of the smartest baseball players around.
Lucas, are they going to be selling
first pitch in there for a called strike?
Third or fourth inning,
Yep. They'll be taken off at the end of the third inning, and then they'll be up for sale and we get them all sorted.
0-1 count here. And
He follows it down the third base side.
So this one here, I announce every time that batter comes down.
Okay.
So when that happens, you'll say how many counts, budget lines of your batter. You can read one of these things, budget lines. Give a little plug.
0-2 pitch.
2 or 3 kind of thing. And
Grounded foul again.
if he strikes out, it's $1 off here.
I like Garcia's approach. He's letting the ball travel,
Here for the next 10 minutes.
not getting out in front. There is a hole between first and second with Klingensmith at first base.
I know that's not in the script, but that's 10 minutes. And I give a time. I'll say that it's
There he hits the hole for a single. Attaboy, Garcia. Klingensmith rounding second, stands up at third base. Circle the wagons,
base hit
folks.
for Garcia. Gets Klingensmith over to third.
Wayne with the runner on third, no outs. The Mavericks, no reason not to get the first run of the game here.
Left fielder number 30.
Well, especially with Austin Soika at the plate. Soika has got 6 home runs, batting .362. He's 6th in the league in scoring, or in batting average. But what I like about Soika is he's clutch. Pitch low and in the dirt. Off with the pitch is Garcia. Good read by Garcia on the wild pitch.
Garcia sure works quick, Wayne. You can't give that guy too much of. You can't give him too much space out there. He takes it.
Well, he anticipates. He looks for every ball going down, and if he reads that it's going to be in the dirt, he just takes off.
So how
Good
long
piece
would
of
your
base running. Smart ball player. Change up in there for a strike. Count as 1-1.
So you look for businesses to obviously purchase. Do you put together a script for them?
Shortstop playing in about 6 to 8 feet or steps from deep short. There's a change up outside. Count is 2-1. Any ball hit to the second baseman or in the hole, Klingensmith will get a read on it, come in to score. Sack fly will be fine too. Oh,
Heads up.
just missed his pitch. And Soika's shaking his head. He knows it. That was a fastball down the middle. He felt it back.
And Wayne, you always talk about what you look for is the ratio, the strike to walk ratio. Coming into tonight's game, Tyler Price, 21 strikeouts, 23 base on balls.
Yeah, so he's walking more than he strikes out. Ball in the dirt, full count. Good at bat by Soika.
Yeah, I'll think of water range.
So far, what I've seen tonight from Price is a fastball and a changeup.
Lucas, when you do
This
get a
might be one of those opportunities where he throws a changeup here rather than a fastball. Soika's going to be sitting all over fastball. Comes in with a fastball, hit up the middle, past the shortstop. That'll be 2 RBIs for Austin Soika.
Hey fans, you know what that means? 2020 vision balls coming your way. First runs of the game for the Mavericks. The single driving in 2 RBIs for Soika brings to the plate the designated hitter number 25, Colton Wright.
And Wayne, that's a start. The Mavericks are that's a good start. 2-0.
Oh, absolutely. That's just what we needed. Nobody out. Soika's got 12 stolen bases on the year. I don't think he'll hang around first base very much. They're going to put pressure on Melville.
So when you were filling
That's a
with Jim
curveball in there
Deuce,
for
he did all the music.
That's right.
You just kind of had to talk.
Count as
You
0-1.
just Blah blah blah. Eh? That was a long time ago. Oh yeah, well, that's kind of fun, eh?
Colton batting 262 on the season.
They have like a little app or program that does
On deck is
news clips. That
Taylor Wright batting 242. High chopper fielded by the first baseman over to first. Runner advances to second on the 1-3 putout.
1-3 ground out for Wright brings to the plate the third baseman number 31, Taylor Wright.
And Wayne, the multi-sport athlete himself, as we find out, his mom writes in, this guy knows how to play sports. He can golf, he can ski. He's been a part of numerous championships as well. What is with these multi-sport athletes, and what did my parents do wrong? Why am I only good at one sport?
You'll have to ask your parents.
I think so.
Oh,
nice
screamer down the first base line. That'll go to the wall. First pitch hitting by Taylor Wright. Rides into second base with a stand-up double and an RBI. Attaboy, Taylor.
Stand-up double for Wright, drives in another run for the Mavericks.
Well, we talked about it when Taylor first arrived after watching him for the first 3 or 4 games. We said he's just a good athlete.
Just a good athlete, that's
He
right.
has good hands.
Brings
He
to the
has
plate,
his
all right.
Good
footwork,
feet, great
good
feet.
feet,
Russell, squirrel check.
runs well. And
Strong
now,
arm.
Now we've seen him pitch, and coaches are very impressed with his pitching as well. So he's just a good athlete. Russell Strilchuk batting 283 on the season, playing third base tonight. Good to see Russell back in the lineup. Russell is a good spray hitter. Tough to defend against. Wright is off. There's a stolen base for Taylor Wright.
Had a good jump on that one.
Pitcher was one looking him. Taylor picked up on it right away. Second pitch. Give me third. Count is 2-0. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, but he keeps it in front of him.
And a
Count
tough,
is 3-0.
a tough start here for Tyler Price on the mound for the Millionaires. It's no secret, the Millionaires, they've won games, so they're capable here, but for Tyler Price, maybe it's just a little bit, maybe he needs to settle in here and find his groove, because the Mavericks, they're exploiting him right now, and with only one out, there's no reason to think that it'll stop yet.
Well, our hitters have moved from 6th in the league in team batting to 3rd in the league in the last 3 weeks, and that's a dramatic improvement. We don't have easy outs. We're a good hitting team now, and it's not just our starting 9. It's guys like Strilchuk and Tito Jones.
Klingsman.
Brings away from first baseman number 23.
Guys that aren't
Cameron Pope.
always playing. Rodriguez, Colton Wright, Taylor Wright. I mean, the depth of our team is very, very good in terms of offense. Cameron Pope batting .258 on the season. First pitch in there, called strike. Strelchuk has 3 stolen bases on the season. Runners on the corner. One away. Ball gets away from the catcher. Wild pitch. Right into score. Strelchuk on the second base.
What?
But the one I was talking about is Baby Shark.
Oh, yes.
That's the one.
That's the most annoying song
The 1-1 count and the Mavericks lead is extended.
baseball.
Oh, that's exactly how we want to start. Let's let them use up a lot of pitchers this game, which will help us in games 2 and 3. Ground ball in the hole. Good piece of running by Strelchuk. Waited for the ball to get through before he advanced to third. Good piece of hitting by Pope. Gets back just in time.
Single for Pope and an RBI.
No RBI. Nobody scored.
Oh, sorry. That's good.
Reed Allen coming to the plate. Shortstop looks like he's in distress out there. The coach has called time and is going out to shortstop. That ball that was hit up the middle by Soika, he went over and went a long way to try to get to it. And I'm not sure he didn't pull a muscle or pull a groin area there.
That's what
on
I'm
that
thinking.
play.
That's what I kind of had the. When it happened, I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but that does look. That's a fair assessment.
This last play, he took 2 steps and pulled up. He had to go to his right, to his backhand. He took 2 steps and pulled up. I think they're going to take him out of the game. Good move by the coach.
Well, Austin Soika, what I'll do for him, he got player of the game. So tomorrow I'll get him. I'll do maybe
I just sent it to you.
I can find. I'll find him.
Tracy Warren will be leaving this.
Yeah, too
Evening
bad for
skate.
Tracy. Yeah, you hate to see a player get injured at this time of the season.
He's coming out.
Yes.
Tracy Warren.
Spew replaces him.
Shortstop is out. And what number's going in?
We don't know yet.
Tracy Warren is out.
Yeah, Tracy Warren is out. Apparently, now he may be getting some work done. I'm not sure, but I doubt it.
A little bit of a heated discussion there between the two head coaches there, Wayne. At the
Well, I think it's just a matter of clarifying who is coming in.
What does that look like, guys?
Number 7 is going in. Perleski from San Diego, California, is going to be playing at second base.
So they just shift number 11 over. But batting order wise, it's not bad.
so a couple changes here.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 15, Reed Oldland. So make sure you get him in the number 6 spot, right? So it's gonna be this
First pitch is in there for a ball
Chris Barrett.
to Reed Odlin from Enchant. Hard hit ball, hits the hole through the right side, RBI single. Pope on his way to third. Oh, and the ball is thrown into the dugout. Bad play by the right fielder. No need for that throw at all. So an error on the
Who threw it?
right fielder.
It's an E9. The center fielder, number 7, Freddie Walker. Yeah, he gets a hit, a single. He gets the second on the air. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ninth batter to come to the plate this inning. Freddie Walker,
No,
playing
yeah.
center field, batting .259.
Or no.
We know Freddie can fly. He's got 22 stolen bases and 24 attempts.
Well, there's
First
two
pitch,
on it.
blown away.
Cameron Pope just made it, right?
Yeah. Cameron Pope's in. Freddie Walker's on second. Or sorry,
Reed Odland.
Reed Odland's on second. Yeah.
On an E what, sorry?
So he gets a single and then an E9, which gets
That pitch
which
is in there for a
Which
strike.
gets Pope in from on third. It's Pope in on the air, and it gets Reed over to second, right? So that's kind of how you
So
shouldn't have two errors.
no RBI for on that. Pope scores on the air to the right fielder. Freddie Walker batting .259. Count is 1-1. Reed Odland at second base. Pitch on the inside corner, called strike. Mavericks are leading 6-0 in the bottom of the first with only one away. Pitch low and outside in the dirt. Good block by the catcher, Jake Green. I'm expecting a change up here. I think he's going to try to get him out front, pull it to the left side so the runner can't advance. There's a change up. Freddie Walker stays back on it, hits a single up the middle. Reed Odland is held at third. Good piece of hitting by Freddie Walker. Sat back on that changeup.
Runners on the corners, top of the order now for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate the second.
Wait, the Mavericks
Number 10,
go all the way through
Colin
the order.
Clinton.
The first inning, everybody gets a look.
They're ruining my scorebook. I don't mind it when we're doing it, though.
No, that's okay.
I don't like it when the other team ruins my scorebook.
No, we don't, and we've got your two. The new rule up here is two scorebooks up here,
I know.
specifically for you.
Colin Klingensmith. Yeah, that was brutal. Colin Klingensmith led off
Cameron, that was
the first
one
inning
for
with a
life.
single.
That
Came
was
around
one
to
for life.
score. Runners on the corner. Freddie Walker at first base. I don't imagine he's going to be staying there very long. With him at first base, though, there's a big
Nice
hole
net
between
ball.
first and second.
MH8.
First baseman appears to be.
There's a pitch on the outside corner called strike, 1-1. Mavericks have 7 hits so far in the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch. Oh, vicious cut on a changeup. A great equalizer, that changeup. Count is 1-2. Third baseman playing even up with the line. I would think he'd be backing up at this point, but not. So, ball is just foul at first base. No need to play in with 2 strikes where he was playing on the grass. I don't think Colin's going to be putting down a bunt with 2 strikes.
No, I don't. You don't foresee it happening, Lane. But
Middle infield is playing deep double play depth. Third baseman is backed up a couple of steps, creeping in again. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Popped up to the infield. Third baseman is gathering underneath it. Makes the catch for the second out. Klingensmith is 1 for 2 this inning, batting .500 so far.
2 gone now for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate the shortstop, number 5, PJ Garcia. Yeah, that'd be good. Rand, you want to drink it all? Water, iced tea, pop, whatever?
I would love an iced tea, actually. That does sound
PJ Garcia 1 for 1 tonight.
Fielder's choice.
Ball hit up the middle.
And a fielder's
6
choice.
to 4.
Fielder's choice. They get a runner at second on a 6-4. But Mavericks strike here at the bottom of the first. 6 runs on 7 hits. There was 1 error. Leads 6-0 after 1 complete.
And Wayne, that's an inning and a half to say the least. 6 runs scored. I don't believe the Mavericks have hit that total in 1 inning yet this year for runs generated of 6 to. In the first inning, I don't know if the Mavericks have gotten 6 runs this season. I will look into that and confirm that for our viewers. But nonetheless, a fantastic start, and
I think our listeners would like to know that.
I'm gonna check that out right away.
That one's yours now.
That's a great start for the Mavericks. Started off that way. I like the pink uniforms. I think they look great.
As mentioned, the ownership group, they do a good job with these themes. We love them. It's so interesting for us, and all for a good cause all the time too, Wayne.
Christmas in July, I love that. That was the warmest day of the year until today, I think. Beautiful night tonight for a ball game. And those of you that have traveled from out of town, I hope you're enjoying the weather. You're probably not listening to me babble on here, but and next week's supposed to be even warmer. Mid-30s all next week.
Free car wash courtesy of Clean Machines, the official car wash of the Mavericks.
Tell me if you claim that down at the ticket office.
You can claim that down at the ticket office.
And then you can just make this announcement about 50-50 tickets on sale. You got that? You guys can go.
Be sure to get your 50-50 tickets brought to you by AC Elder and Associates of RBC Dominion Securities.
It's going to be number 19.
Wyatt Studies, Dad.
Now batting number 19, Mike Ozak.
But probably good.
Number 4 hitter, Mike Ozga, coming to the plate for Melville, batting .235. First pitch in there for a called strike. On deck is Braden Dobbs, followed by Chris Perleski, who came in for the shortstop. Tracy Warren went out with an injury. Swing and a miss. Count is 0-2.
Ryder has the one. That first inning scared me.
Well, those 6 runs takes the pressure off Owen Steele right now. All he has to do is throw strikes, let him hit the ball. Our defense has been very good this year.
No reason to not let them make plays.
Yep, you don't have to nibble at the corners here. Throw her down the middle, see how far you can hit it. Ah, and he can't hit it very far. Good pitch. Strikeout.
Strikeout for Ozak.
That's a strikeout for Ozak. Next to bat, number 20, Braden Dobbs.
And Wayne one away here, and as
Yeah, you don't need strikeouts here. I mean, strikeouts are a bonus. Just pitch ahead. If you can get ground balls in the first 1 or 2 pitches, hey, you're going to have a quick game. Pitch gets away from right, goes between the umpire's legs, ball 1. Perleski on deck. Pitch in, hits it off his own foot. Oh,
ouch.
that's man's answer to childbirth right there.
The women's community, Wayne, does not agree with that, as I remember. They let us have it last game, that's for sure.
Did they?
They did.
I don't remember hearing that. I say that in jest because
Of course.
there's no such thing as a man's answer to women's childbirth. I
No
can't
such
even
thing.
imagine that pain. But,
Paper cut, maybe.
I've had that.
Hey, Janessa, how many tickets do you have
Pain.
left for
And
that?
it's,
Hitting
oh,
it
as
off
have
the
I,
foot.
and it's the worst thing.
Well, and
That's right up there with the slap shot right on the ankle bone on the skate. That's
yes,
oh,
Okay,
it's putting me out, taking me out of games for sure. As mentioned, Owen Steele, for those who are asking, is on the mound from Calgary, Alberta for the Mavericks. On for the Melville Millionaires.
here's the pitch, swing and a miss. I really like what Reed Odlin did while Dobbs was trying to collect himself. He went out to the mound, talked to Steele, just to give the hitter a chance to get the feeling back in his foot. Great sportsmanship there.
Very nice. Very classy indeed. And Wayne, as checking through my history
Count is
here,
2
I
and
do
2.
believe that was the Mavericks record for runs to start a game this season was 6. I believe that has been confirmed. I can confirm.
Do you
that.
believe that, or are you just making it up now? There's a ground ball to Garcia.
Making me look bad.
over to first base.
I do remember
Two
us
away.
scoring 9. Not the start game. 2 gone. Oh, not the start game. Yeah. Number 7. Yeah.
And next
I'm
bat,
putting
number
pressure
5,
on you, Ryder.
You are. Now, not to say the Mavericks haven't had innings with that, just specifically to start a game.
To start again.
To start a game.
Great way to start. So the Mavericks, 15-5 in their last 20 games. First pitch to Perleski, second baseman.
Who wasn't ready to,
ball.
who was initially scheduled to not come into the game at all tonight, Wayne, but here he is, and finds himself in the... Wayne, it's so early in the game. Is that going to affect him coming into this game, or is it so early that it's not going to matter to him?
that won't matter. Perleski is primarily a pitcher, gets good wood on the ball to right field. Strelchuk goes back, makes the catch. 3 away. Another good inning for Owen Steele.
We can do this for the people in the stadium.
Yes, as I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast, that exactly 1 month ago, the Mavs were 9-16 after 25 games. Since then, they've gone 15-5. And on June the 26th, they were 11 games behind Okotoks. July 26th, they're still 11 games behind Okotoks. So even though they've been playing 750 baseball, they haven't been able to make ground on Okotoks. But credit to Okotoks,
They've had a good
they're the
season.
class team of the league. We've played them hard this year. We've had very good games against them. That 17-inning game. But we have been able to gain a lot of ground on Fort McMurray, Edmonton, and Lethbridge. We were in 5th place on June the 25th.
We were looking like the playoffs wasn't going to happen.
Right. And since then, we've been playing outstanding baseball. And we just have to keep it up.
The Mavericks top hitter, Wayne, due up here, Soika. Not much we haven't said about him this year, hitting 361. What is it about Soika that makes him such a successful hitter? Because if he's hitting 361 consistently, he's obviously doing something right.
He has quality at bats.
Off for the Mavericks, it's the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. The left fielder,
I just think he's a very good hitter. Very good defensive player. Can run. He's got 12 stolen bases on the year. Just a complete player.
Spur of the moment.
And he has quality at bats, and that's the main thing. Colton Wright on deck has quality at bats. His balls just haven't been falling in this year in the right spots when he's been hitting them, and there's a difference of 100 in the batting average. But you see he was batting 3rd tonight, and you see he was batting 4th. Soika followed by Wright. So coaches don't always look at batting average. It's kind of like a 1-loss record. It's very deceiving.
It can be.
Because a lot of guys hit great when the game is out of reach, and other guys hit great when it's a clutch situation.
Clutch situation,
Soika,
like a rounding.
Soika's been doing both. Crushes that ball to left field. It's in there for another single by Soika. Attaboy, Austin. Keep the bat hot.
And now the man himself, Colton Wright, comes up here, Wayne, and you mentioned it hasn't been a pretty season, but in some respects it's still been a successful season for Colton Wright, batting specifically. He's still having success, just in other ways.
Well, I like his defense. I like his pitch calling. I like the way, even though it's the 16th inning of a game, he's hustling down the first baseline. He leads by example. Ball hit right back to the pitcher on the second base to the shortstop.
Save. Foolish choice.
Can't turn two. Colton upset of himself at first base. On a fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice. But the run out at second on a 1-6. One on for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate the third baseman, number 31, Taylor Wright.
Taylor Wright, first pitch swing in his last at bat, hit a double down the right field line for a RBI, then ended up stealing third base, came in on the wild pitch, scored. So he's 1 for 1 with a double, a stolen base, and a run scored. Pitch high. This is just my observation, it may not be totally accurate, but Taylor is a much more confident hitter against a right-handed pitcher than a left-handed pitcher. There's a double play, a 1-6 or a 3 to 6 to 3.
Double play.
One of the hardest double plays to turn in baseball, but it was just done. And I shouldn't say that's the hardest. Usually a 3 to 6 to 1 is the hardest.
Maybe we got some special people in the audience.
This is a hard
today,
one,
and
but they
here
made
at
it look
Athletic
easy.
Park. Number 14, Owen has his whole cheering squad here. Owen Steele's mom Lori and Father Jeff is here, Sister Anne and Uncle Al, grandparents Betty and Andy. It's a whole family here for Owen Steele. Sister Kelly as well is stuck on the highway, but is on the way. So let's give a round of applause for the Owen Steele family being here tonight.
Steele
Also,
family out of Calgary,
Zach
Alberta.
Stark, mom Marilyn is here. Cameron Pope's mom from Kansas is here. Reed Oldman's mom Lori from Enchant, Alberta is here. Nolan Rantai's mom Cindy and Grandma Joyce. Also, Tracy Wright, Colton Wright's mom is from Langley, BC is here. And also a big special grandma, Marilyn Roloff from Lethbridge is here. That's Colton's mom, grandmother. And here's what she does for those boys when they play in Lethbridge. Get this, she brings a full course meal to the bus for the whole team. Thanks a lot, Grandma. We all needed that. And Marilyn, come on down and see Dot. She has something very special to give you. Go see Dot down there at that championship table. She's got a special rose for you, Marilyn. Thank you very much for doing that for the boys. I'll get this guy. This is number 29. Starting off for
Number 7, 8,
Melville,
9
number
hitters
29,
coming up for
Cameron Cooper.
the Millionaires.
Brendan McKay, the
Cooper, McKay, and Pierce. Cooper, the DH, tonight batting .333. This is his 6th game.
Okay.
First pitch swinging. Little flare in, that'll fall in. A little Texas leaguer to center field. First hit of the game given up by Steele.
Tonight's Budget Blinds beer batter, the left fielder, number 15, and Brendan McKay. If he strikes out this at bat, $1 off beer for the next 10 minutes. Budget Blinds beer batter. Styling service for every budget.
I guess that's a little Florida leaguer, seeing as Cooper is from Florida.
You're good.
But still a Texas leaguer, just hit in Canada.
He's the first one. So he's
First pitch swinging is Brendan McKay.
So the next out is
He's only had 2 at-bats this year, doesn't have a batting average yet. He's 0 for 2.
that makes sense.
Ground ball would be Peachy Keen right about now.
So he gets a single, first pitch a single, right?
Here's a pitch. There's the ground ball to right at third, over to short, over to first. Not in time.
Put out on a
That ball was hit too high for Taylor Wright at third base. He had to wait for it to come down. Made a great throw to second base. Klingensmith,
Next to bat, number
fantastic
24,
exchange over to
Steven
first, but not in time to turn the double play.
So after their at-bats, I'm going to do the next one. I don't know if you're any, you can do that.
So McKay is on first base with a fielder's choice.
Papers in that hurry, which will what are we doing now?
Stephen Pierce, another native from Mesquite, Texas.
Mesquite, Texas. Pierce has only appeared in 6 games this year, batting 200. Center field or right fielder. Another pitch in for a strike. Count is 1-2.
And Wayne, we mentioned we like this. Steele does work quick.
And that's what the infielders want. That's what the fans want. Throw it in there, let him hit it. Strikeout. Boom.
Second strikeout of the evening for Steele. And when the Mavericks are looking like a dominating team right now, I gotta give credit where it's due. These guys, they're playing like a, dare not use the word, but a championship team right now. They're playing with authority. They're controlling this game.
Well,
Yeah, 10-4. That gives us.
I tend to agree with you for sure right now. That's
No problem.
being up 6-0, it makes it easy for Steele to throw strikes, not have to worry about a base runner stealing a base or even a wild pitch. So a run scores. It's not a big deal. Just pitch ahead.
Yeah, those two for
Pitches
sure.
high. Just don't walk guys, because that's how
the
rallies
rule.
start.
That's our rule.
And walks are going to occur, but
it is a part of baseball to an extent.
But the Mavs lead the league by a big margin in walks, wild pitches, and hit batters.
And Wayne Steele
And-
finds himself in a situation here down in the count, and he's got to.
Yeah, and that's something, if we can improve upon our pitching just a little bit.
Gets that one down a little more.
We're in it. I think we can go deep into the playoffs. Right now, our ERA as a team is 6.05, and we're scoring 6.5 runs a game. Good pitch, good comeback, evens the count, or makes the count 3-2. So we have to score over 6 runs a game to win, because we're giving up 6.05. Runner is off.
Got him!
Oh, strike 3.
Yeah, you can do that.
Zacharias goes down looking on a called third strike.
Hey, would you like to be at the next Mavs game?
And a nice work from Owen Steele, Wayne. It's his third strikeout of the evening, and he's able to come back from that count, Wayne. And maybe
3-0, yes.
that's more the impressive thing, is he's able to work his way back from a 3-0 count and strike him out. It says a lot about Steele's ability to play through adversity.
Well, yeah, he's having a great outing so far. Only given up 1 hit in 3 innings. He just has to keep throwing strikes, and he'll find continued success.
One of the things okay? Good.
I think we're getting ready for a trivia question, and Ryder has a trivia question for us tonight, doesn't he?
I do, and I believe Guy Lanigan's going to be the one who gets this right.
I was going to say true.
So fans, as always, you get the first few minutes to answer this.
It has just a big shout out
Let
to
Guy have a
some
quick
visitors
moment here.
From England, Liz, Alfie, Georgia, Alwood from
Visitors
England,
from
their
England,
first
Wayne,
game
England.
here. And I don't know
They're
if you guys
escaping
know,
the heat over in Europe.
you guys have a new
think
It's
so.
fundraiser.
incredibly hot over there.
I've got some family friends in Frankfurt right now playing some hockey over there, and
I don't know if that's
Good
good
hockey
news or
players.
bad news for England, but just let you know.
I think the people from
So
Calgary
welcome to
came
Medicine
down
Hat.
to
Hopefully
escape
check
the
out
cold.
rodeo and, Stampede grounds.
Very true, very
Looking
possible.
around here in Medicine Hat.
Little dig into Calgary there.
And guys, here is a trivia question. So we'll talk about bonus points is who. We'll give that away after. Dating back since the new ownership group took over in 2009, what is the Mavericks' regular season highest batting average? Since 2009, when this new group took over, what is the Mavericks' highest recorded batting average in the regular season?
Roll it, 40.
Okay, so there's no guesses on from the booth until when? Till the end of this inning?
Booth cannot guess till the end of this inning.
This half inning.
And we're looking for a percentage first. Bonus points if you get the right answer.
When was okay? I missed it because I'm actually working, guys, so I don't have
First
time
pitch
for
to
trivia all the time.
Strelchuk, blown away, ball 1.
I don't have time for trivia all the time.
The question, guy, is since 2009,
2000.
Strelchuk walked his first at bat, came around to score.
what is the single season highest batting average that's been recorded on the Mavericks? What percentage?
You don't want you want a percentage.
That's for the team or for a player?
A player.
A player. There's a ball well hit out into the gap in left center field. That'll get up to the walls. Trill Truck will trot into second with a stand-up double.
Nice start.
Good piece of hitting. I like the way he sprays the ball.
I think so.
Always have. He and Klingensmith.
Stand up double for Skrill. Truck brings to the plate the first baseman, number 23, Cameron Pope. I don't know the average. I can guess of a player.
Throw some guesses in there.
Who did you think, Ken? Who did you think?
Rick Rolla.
Rick Rolla, but then he went to.
What do you think his percentage was?
Oh, when he was batting, he was in, I think he's a high 300s.
Runner on
400s.
second. Nobody
David
away.
Salguero.
Pitch low and away to Cameron Pope.
Jason-
Pope had a
Jason-
single
Jason
and an RBI his last at bat. Betting 258 coming into tonight's game.
We'll give the fans a second.
Salguero, Ogie. He played center field.
Justin Lutz had some good years.
Oh, a
No.
changeup gets away from Price.
Led
Since
2 years.
2009.
Yeah.
Count as 1-1.
Who'd you say? You said Lutz?
Had some good years. He led 2 years for the team.
When Lutz was here, who was the shortstop at the time? That was
Mitch Fry.
Mitch Fry, but I don't think Mitch had that.
Oh, a ball
that
hit
average.
Heads up.
way down
patio.
the left field line, but
Heads
foul into the patio area.
And a 2-1 count here, Wayne.
Again, don't forget your 50-50 tickets. And check out that championship table down there by the 50-50 table as well.
Count is 2-1 on Pope.
Blake Rowlett.
He had some good ones. He's up there.
Here's the pitch. Change up is high. Not by much. Price looking in at the umpire, giving him a little wink of the eye, saying, "Come on, buddy, help me out." Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses. Ball four.
It's just Reed.
Up next for
Coming
the
in the
Mavericks,
bat.
Reed Odland.
Odland singled his first at
Actually,
bat
number 15, Reed
through the
Oldland.
right field hole. Or the right side hole between first and second, rather. We got runners in first and second, nobody out. Reed Odland followed by Freddie Walker, 8-9 hitters up.
Well, why can't I think of the MVP last year for our team? Shortstop.
Johnson.
Yeah, that'd be another one I would think. He had a huge batting average.
Pitch throwback to first base
Was it a ball?
behind Pope. That pitch was high. It's ball one.
Well, guys, I'm ready to give you the guy who it was, not the percentage. Or do you just go ahead, Wayne? You look.
Have we got any answers in?
No, the fans are stumped on this one apparently.
Because they probably can't access the funds.
Well, the fans that be watching at home are fans of today's, parents.
things. Yeah, I was thinking
they're
about
not-
that. It's a
they're
very
not-
difficult question. I was just guessing. I was looking for a percentage, not the guy.
So it'd be very difficult for them unless they're going to go back and look for the answer. Google it or something.
So who's the guy?
Dating back to 2009.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. In the outside corner. Odland batting 177. Okay, give us a hint.
Louis Canjura.
Louis Canjira. Brian Avery.
Oh, Brian Avery.
Here's a 1-2 pitch.
What about
Change up.
What about
Gets
Arthur?
Odland way out front. Great pitch.
Arthur
by
had some good
Price.
years as well.
Brian Avery.
That change up is nasty.
Oh, you were here? The center fielder, number 7, Freddie Walker.
Price has got a good change up.
Arthur was here for 5 years. CJ Dido was here for 5 years. When they won it in 2014, right? So
Freddie Walker up for the Mavericks here, 1 for 1 tonight, hitting .258 on the season. Called strike one. Guys, I'm prepared to give you the answer. It's a difficult one. Wayne, I'll give you the reins after this. In the summer of 2010, Brian Avery of Vancouver, BC, hit a Mavericks record dating back to that point of .423 on the season that still stands today.
Ball in the dirt. Take off at second base by Strilchuk. In at third. Good read by Russell.
Nice patience.
Takes third on the wild pitch.
Catcher thought he had him.
Pope didn't advance on that. Good job by Green. Even though the runner advanced, he made a great effort to try to keep the ball in front of him. Runners on the corner, one away. Ball hit over the first baseman, but foul.
Because when Arthur was here, the next year Avery came from UBC.
He's got the single season highest batting average record. Did it in 2010.
I know I'm getting old. That's 9 years ago. That's tough for me to remember those names.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Pope not much of a lead at first base. Slide step. Fastball outside. Evens the count. Tough to run when a pitcher has a quick move as he does when he slide steps. And a lot of pitchers will mix it up. They'll lift their leg high, slide step, keep it low, throw the runner at first base's timing off. Slide step again, fouled back by Freddie
Heads
Walker.
up. Goodbye.
Wayne Walker's batting lately, it's been coming around for him too. He's looking a little bit more comfortable swinging the bat this last little while as opposed to when he first arrived with the Mavericks.
Well, I liked the last time they were at home, he put down that base hit bunt, and I'd like to see him do that because he has exceptional
In
speed.
the bottom of the third inning, brought to you by Safety Net, helping you
Very
others
tough to double
by
up.
first aid training.
And if he can do that bunting a little bit more, he's going to raise his batting average because the corners then have to play in. Count is full. I'm expecting that Pope will be off on this pitch. He isn't off. Called strike 3. Throw down to third base. Strilchuk back just in time. Catcher's not scared to throw it around out there. So 2 strikeouts in a row.
2 gone for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate, top of the order now. The second baseman, number 10, Colin Klingon-Smith.
Difficulty with a game like this is when you score 6 runs to begin with, the other team has 8 more opportunities, and you kind of lull yourself, or you can lull yourself into sleep, and thinking that the game's already in hand, and you take your foot off the gas pedal. And we've done that earlier this year. We talked about taking the foot off the gas pedal.
We did talk about that, and the Mavericks were able to get out of that specific game, but they made it closer than it needed to be, Wayne.
Exactly. That was a game against Moose Jaw. Hard hit ball down the line. Great piece of hitting. Pope around third. Strilchuk in to score. Klingon-Smith goes into second, standing up. RBI double for Klingon-Smith. Your Oklahoma boy right there. Duncan, Oklahoma.
And Wayne, well, 6-0. They didn't want to sleep on it. 7-0. That makes it a little bit better.
Hey, I like it. We're not taking the foot off the gas.
The shortstop, number 5, PJ Garcia.
This inning started off with a double in the left center gap by Strilchuk. He came around to score on this double by Klingon-Smith. Changeup is in there high. Umpire or pitcher is asking, is that up? Umpire acknowledges, yep, it's up. Didn't miss by much. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the first baseman, fields it cleanly, steps on the bag. 3 away, inning over.
Mavericks get one here at the bottom of the third. And it looks like we got some action down there on field level. What do we got, Janessa?
So I'm down here at Carter and Daly, and they're going to be playing the Medicine Hat News Old Town Paper Delivery Race. So Carter's going to stand right here, and his sister's just going to stand right over here. And they're going to be racing to Will, who's holding the Medicine Hat News mailbox. First one to get their newspaper in the mailbox wins. Okay?
Freddie Walker's
Is it?
walk-up song.
Freaks.
Freaks on
Where
the
the freak?
Timmy Trumpets and Timmy Trumpets. Go ahead.
I'm savage.
Thanks to Nessa and thanks Medicine Hat News and, for the Old Town Road paper delivery. We would
start so far. Owen Steele is pitching a gem. He's only given up the one hit. The Mavs bats are certainly alive. They've scored 7 runs on 10 hits. Mavericks are back to their regular jerseys now. They've taken off the girl pink power tops. Those jersey tops are available for sale underneath the concourse area. Beautiful night for a baseball game, folks. Those of you watching at home.
It's Wayne, it's always nice when you can come to the park and relax and enjoy a game, and the weather repays the favor and gives you just a light breeze, not too much.
Yeah, the flags are just stationary out there, and occasionally they move a little bit, so there's a light breeze, so it's perfect for the fans. Those of you that watching at home, it's the 132nd annual Medicine Hat Exhibition and Stampede going on in Medicine Hat. It started on Wednesday and runs through the weekend. Today is Kitty's Day at the Exhibition and Stampede. Every night there's fireworks.
I had a chance to enjoy those last night, Wayne. Actually, they were fantastic.
I watch them right from my deck up there.
Yeah, you get a great view. You do get a great view. It's perfect
I don't even
for
have
you.
to go there.
And Wayne is Jake Green, who's 0 for 1 tonight, victim of a pop up to second baseman Klingensmith, as it looks like.
Pops that one straight back. Good pitch in on the hands.
Heads right to us. It's been brought to our attention, Wayne, that Owen Steele has 8 of his family members from Calgary tonight who made the trip.
Good for him.
His grandparents, his mom and dad, aunt and uncle, and his younger sister. It's a full-fledged family affair with the Mavericks.
How did they get a room? They must have booked a long time ago, because our hotels are booked solid.
I'm wondering. I'm curious. That's a good follow-up question.
Maybe they're driving back
They
tonight.
could be.
I got room at my place for one. Here's a pitch. Foul to the first base side. Giving chase. Over there is Cameron Pope, unable to catch up to it. The count is 1-2 on Green, batting .280 on the season. Want to get the leadoff hitter again. And then the next hitter, and then the next hitter.
On to the next one.
Fastball is high. Count is 2-2. You guys ready for another trivia question, or?
Let's give him a better one, Wayne.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We don't have to. We don't have to play trivia. We're grown-ups. We're adults.
You're kidding me.
Count is full. 3-2. Owen Steele's gone to full count.
Who's that from?
Probably 4 batters already in this
Who's
game.
that from?
Hard hit ball to right at third base, makes a great backhanded play and a great throw on to first base. Attaboy, Taylor.
And as mentioned, Wayne, as his mom wrote into us and explained to us, the multi-sport athlete showing a couple multi-sport athlete abilities there. The agility of a soccer player, the strength of a baseball player.
Let's not start comparing baseball to soccer, Ryder. They're like, come on, you're killing me here, man. You're killing me.
I would
Soccer
have to
and
agree
baseball.
with you, Wayne.
That was my other sport. That was my other sport that I played. So.
Sport. Rayanne's
Pitch
probably
right in the
giving some
corner.
of those players in soccer some acting lessons. That's all I gotta
Oh,
say.
you guys.
That's all I
Yeah,
gotta say.
You guys got to appeal to the masses here. It's, that was my other sport. So
That's the reason why I cannot watch that sport.
Yeah,
a solo island by myself tonight on the crew.
yeah. They don't need acting lessons. Those guys, man, they jump in the air and fall down.
I can't disagree.
Count is 0-2 on Marcus Irving, followed by Mike Ozga. Ground ball hit to Garcia at short, fields it cleanly on the first baseman Pope. 6-3.
Stepping up to the plate, number 19, Mike Ozga.
He's not giving us the evil eye. He's not giving us
Ozga batting .235, struck out his first plate appearance.
You don't think they
Ozga, Wayne, is from not too far away down up the road. Red Deer attends University of Calgary.
Good for him. Good for him. First pitch swinging. Foul down the right base
He's a Lethbridge
line.
When?
in Lethbridge.
That first base dugout where Melville is in can get very hot on a day like today.
Sun beaming down right on him.
Oh, good changeup. by Steele.
On one too, next one.
Yeah, the sun beats right in there, and during the day it gets extremely hot in there to begin with.
Their fans are pretty.
Not only can you not see very well because the sun's right in your eyes, but it's extremely warm. Good pitch, just missed the outside corner. Here's Odlin setting up low. There's a pitch, same location, only a little bit lower. Count is 2-2.
I've been to Swift Current. I've been to Oaks up in Edmonton.
Come right after him here, Owen. No need to nibble. Struck him out the last time. Oh, great changeup. Way out front. Good pitch, Owen. Atta, buddy. Sound like a fan, don't I? I am a fan.
3 up, 3 down.
Good inning for Owen Steele.
And Wayne, as we head into the bottom of the fourth, why don't you give the fans, don't kid yourself, the trivia question that they all like coming out for.
Player Ty Hinton.
A better trivia question.
Ty played left field and catcher in the summer of 2003, 2004, 2005.
So Mavericks take a 7-0 lead here. They're in full control of this game. Owen Steele playing well. Cameron Pope looking like he plays first base all the time. He's one of those utility guys for the Mavericks that can be used in a few different spots. I know we've seen him used in a variety of different areas. Wayne, talk about, before we get to the fun stuff, talk a little bit more about what does having utility players on your team do for a coaching staff? You know, as a former coach yourself, when you had guys that were utility players, what did that do for you?
Oh, it gives you so much flexibility when players can play around the infield or play outfield and infield. Gives you an opportunity to field your best team every day.
New pitcher, guys, number 38.
So
New pitcher.
the Mavs are loaded with
30,
utility
almost
players.
34, I thought
Radai can play anywhere. We've seen Klingon-Smith play anywhere. Cameron Pope plays infield, outfield. Soika can play anywhere. Taylor Wright. We're very deep.
Colton Wright also.
Colton Wright. So a new pitcher into the game.
No,
No,
same
no,
guy.
no,
I thought it was
no.
a different guy.
Oh,
Sorry. Wayne, I thought it
thanks,
was a different-
Mr. Lanigan. You're making
Yeah,
me
no, I
look
wear
bad
the
on
golden sombrero
YouTube
on
here.
I'll wear the
There
sombrero.
goes my credibility.
It's the 3-4-5 hitters.
Our credibility, Wayne, goes from a 4 out of a 10 to a 3 out of a 10, and now we're...
You're right.
Speaking of 4, bottom of the fourth, as mentioned, is 7-0 Mavericks lead. Austin Soika leading off 2 for 2, and Wayne, he's just padding that batting average right now. It's just getting better and better and better.
He's on fire. He and Klingon-Smith are just red hot. They're hotter than the temperature outside every day. They're
That can catch on. I like that catchphrase.
Soika batting .362 coming into tonight's game is 2 for 2 with 6 home runs. Count is 1-1. I like his patience. He knows he's going to get another pitch to hit. Oh, fastball down the middle. Falls it off to the right side.
And Wayne, as a pitcher in Bryce's case here, you got to be careful the pitches you throw. Soika is so... He's very Colton Wright, asking that he knows what he likes to swing at. He's patient. He has so much poise. If you that one's really high. I almost clipped him.
Changeup got away from Price. Yeah,
You got to be careful because Soika will put it out of the park, no problem. Snap of the fingers.
we saw last game, their last homestand here, leadoff hitter. He hits it over the right field fence, and that was over the fence by a long way. He does hit the ball hard.
That is pretty good.
Here's a ball hit hard to the second baseman, fields it cleanly over to first. 4-3 for the first.
4-3.
Away.
And then they blow the going around the horn. Wayne, they blew the going around the horn.
Colton Wright coming to the plate. Colton's 0 for 2.
Going on for the Mavericks.
Rounded back to the pitcher, his first at bat, then hit into a 3-6-3 double play his last at bat. I'm sorry, he got on a fielder's choice his last at bat, but was put out on a 3-6-3 double play on a ball hit by Taylor Wright.
Nothing he could have done.
So we have the Wright brothers coming up next.
The unofficial Wright brothers.
The unofficial Wright brothers. I'm scared to ask you, Ryder, about the Wright brothers. What are they famous for? The original Wright brothers.
You should know this. You should
Yeah,
remember this.
because
We talked about
we
this
just had this quiz here about a week ago.
Airplanes.
Hey!
What do you mean airplanes? Define that. Clarify for us.
We just talked about the explain your answer and how that did me in school, and now you're asking me here.
Invention and flight of.
The first people to do something with airplanes.
Yeah, fly them.
Can I get 1 out of 2 there?
Yes, you can. You get, yeah. If that was an exam question, I'd give you
One
three,
out of-
3.5 out of 5.
What did
3.5
NASA
out of
just, what
5.
did NASA just celebrate for 50 years?
Flight.
No, man on the moon.
Oh, that was flight. See,
That was,
that's
outer
3.5 out
outer
of
space
5
flight.
too.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a walk to Colton Wright.
Colton Wright draws the walk.
And Wayne, that'll bring up the other Wright brother, Vancouver Connection, BC boys,
Taylor Wright.
famous for playing in the PBL League, Wayne, that you've talked so much about. You mentioned there were 2 guys, and John Har was the one, and my apologies, I forget the other who you made mention of. But 2 very good guys that were running that league, and they had the opportunity to coach Taylor Wright for sure, Colton Wright, I believe, as well.
Yeah, the other guy was Wayne Norton.
Wayne
who,
Norton, my
regrettably
apologies.
passed away a couple of years ago.
A friend of yours.
Throw down to first base. Well, an acquaintance, let me just say that. I knew Wayne and John very well. Another guy out in BC that's been around a long time out there, a former pro baseball player, Jimmy Chapman. I don't know whether any of these players had the opportunity to meet Jimmy Chapman. He's a scout. He's been a scout for a lot of teams. Last I recall, he was scouting for the Dodgers, but he played in the Montreal Expos system when he first played pro baseball. Colton Wright at first base. The count is 2-0. Big hole on the right side for Taylor Wright. Pitch is high and away. Count is 3-0.
We're cousins. Did you know?
Connections.
On deck is Russell Strilchuk. Strilchuk is 1 for 1. Scored 2 runs. Walked and doubled. There's a pitch on the outside corner.
You asked Ray Ann. Everybody's at the Stampedes, right? All the radio stations in there. Everybody's there, right?
And Wayne, as we're welcoming in our guest Ray Ann tonight, speaking for the girl power side, doing the PA announcements, it's nice to add some
Well, no, I just
always nice to add people up in the broadcast booth. As we always mention, there's always room for one more up here, because that one's fouled off.
She's chatting with the team owner,
You're younger.
Greg Morrison.
Greg, you're younger.
Count is full.
And Wayne, another interesting piece of information here. Ozga is from Melville. Is Owen Steele's roommate during the school year at the U of Calgary. Oh, this one is...
No, thrown away at second base. Taylor Wright gets on a fielder's choice. Air on the first baseman on a throw. He
Fielder's
Air-
choice with an error. He should get
airballs it out into left field, trying to make the play at second base, but overthrew the shortstop.
It's an E3, and it just gets into second. Should have been an opener. The right fielder, number 29, Russell Skrilchuk.
I think that Ozga had an opportunity to step on the base and make a throw. At least he would have had a second out.
Yes, and apologies is doing the stat thing here as he checks his swing in time. So Owen Steele and Ozga room together, and Steele's struck his roommate out twice. What kind of a roommate does that?
That's knowing your roommate.
That's knowing your roommate. Swing was not checked in time. 0-1 count here.
Strilchuk, as I had mentioned, is 1 for 1 with a double. Runners on first and second, one away. Pitch is outside. Catcher bluffs a throw to second base. I'll use bluff instead of fake. Sometimes they're the same thing. All the time they're the same thing. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. Oh! Hit him in the glove! It hit him in the glove. Bad place to hit a ball to him. There's an error to the second baseman. An easy ground ball. So a run scores on that air. And Wright goes to third base on the air. So we have runners on the corner on
The first
the air
baseman, number
to the
23,
second
Cameron
baseman.
Pope.
Pope followed by Odland. Strelchuk didn't hit the ball exceptionally hard. He just hit it in the right place, right at the second baseman.
And Wayne, I believe that's what you call right place, right time, and so he gets the bounce and Strelchuk's on.
Yeah, just a badly played ball by the second baseman. Didn't look it into his glove. Check
Called
swing, but called a strike on Cameron Pope. The count is 0-2. One away, runners on the corner.
How many for two water? No, one water, two iced tea. What is that?
That's in jerseys are ready for purchase.
Perfect. Iced tea for this lady here,
Ball one called here.
and an iced tea and water for me, if you don't mind. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure if
Oh, and that'll do it for Cameron Pope as he goes down. And
now
for
the Mavericks brings the plate the catcher.
the
Number
Mavericks,
15, Reed
Tyler
Oldman.
Price is making them work. You know, it's an 8-0 game out here tonight, but he's thrown some good pitches. And hats off to the pitcher there. Give credit where it's due.
I don't know if Wayne wanted water. He's got his own water here.
You ready for jerseys, guys?
Sure, I'll make
Ball hit here, and that'll do it.
Mavericks get one more here in the bottom of the fourth inning to get 8-0 lead.
8-0 lead heading into the top of the fifth.
The top of the fifth inning will be brought to you by Angela Colonia of Royal LePage.
Reed Odland goes down on a
Let
4-3.
Angela's award-winning service and client dedication help you sell or buy your next home. Call or text her today, 403-952-5178.
And we'll be back with after this.
And folks, you see
What
that the
did,
Mavericks have
Pope
their
do?
white jerseys on now. You know what that means.
Okay, folks, here's tonight's fourth inning trivia question brought to you by Girl Power.
Brand is sorry, you say that again.
Everybody knows who Mr. October is.
Montego.
Mr. October is Reggie Jackson. But who is deemed Mr. November? Which Major League Baseball player has the moniker Mr. November? Reggie Jackson's moniker was Mr. October. Which Major League Baseball player was deemed Mr. October? So I'll give you until after the top of the fifth inning, and we'll check to see if anybody has the right answer at home.
Is it a member of the Red Sox?
If your kids are 12 and under, make sure on down to the office for your Sobeys gift certificate. The middle of the fifth inning brought to you by River Dental, the official
So,
dentist
due
of
up for the Melville Millionaires, the number 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Dobbs, Paraleski, and Cooper.
Well, looks like it's a different guy, number 8, guys.
And we have a pinch hitter in for Braden Dobbs, number 8, William Halati.
Yes, to check in. Should have been Dobbs, right?
Yeah. First pitch is fouled back. Halati from Dauphin, Manitoba. Sorry for the delay. There's a ground ball hit to Garcia at short, charges it, flips it over to first base, makes it look easy. 6-3, put out for the first out. Halati goes down.
So pinch hitter, yeah, number 7. Yeah, should be number 7.
That was Halati's first at bat this season.
Just came in.
Chris Perleski, second baseman, coming in. He took Tyler Warren's spot. Warren was injured in the first inning before he had an at bat. Looked like he pulled a muscle on a ground ball hit up the middle. And then later in the first inning, a ball was hit in the hole, and he took 2 steps to his right and then pulled up on it. And then the coach took him out, and you could see he was in pain.
Some discomfort there, Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah. Count is 0-2. Steele pitching ahead. Good to see.
And Wayne, as you mentioned, sometimes it's those routine plays that look harmless that can end up doing you in. But on that one, that one wasn't.
Ground ball hit to Taylor right at third. High hopper fields it cleanly over to first baseman. Cameron Pope. Oh, Garcia rolls the ball to Klingon-Smith at second because he can't see it. Garcia's that smart. Attaboy, DJ.
Wayne, he's such a student of the game.
He is.
That's the best way I can describe Garcia. He's a student of the game. He's loves baseball. He loves the little things. He's always studying it, and you don't find players like that, like him and Ratai, too often. Ratai obviously getting the night off tonight, but ball one called here. But Wayne and Garcia, you've been around baseball a long time. It's not too often you get players like Garcia like that.
Well, I watched that, and I thought it slipped out of his hand, and then I looked, and I thought, oh, yeah, he did that just because if he would have thrown it to Klingon-Smith, it would have been right in the sun. So he just rolled it through a backhand roller to Klingon-Smith, who then throws it to right onto the pitcher. So they're smart guys out there. Fastball swung at, 2 away. This is Cameron Cooper. Has the only hit for Melville in this game. Count is 1-2.
Winner of the jersey.
Here's a pitch, ground ball, right gathers it, throws it over to first base. Easy inning for Owen Steele, 5-3. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. So do we have any answers on our trivia question? I said I'd get until the bottom of the
Russ Strelchuk writes in Jeter.
inning. Russ Strelchuk, you're right. Derek Jeter, Mr. November. That was that famous 2001 World Series that got delayed. Why did the 2001...
Or you just say down at field, and there's Janessa.
And down on the field, we've got Janessa with our Cottonwood Cooley closest.
I won't bother you, Kim Johnson.
So I'm down here with Shelly and Heidi, and they're going to be playing
2001. 2001, the World Series between the Yankees and the Diamondbacks got pushed back into November. That's how Derek Jeter became known as Mr. November. But why did it get pushed back in 2001?
Well, that would be because Major League Baseball took a week off after 9/11.
Exactly. Attaboy.
Because all the flights were canceled,
Yep,
right?
exactly. Good job, Mr. Strelchuk.
He's been on a roll on the trivia questions.
Yeah, very good on the
Let's start
trivia.
keeping. We'll be back after this. Closest to the pin challenge up next.
7's on third.
Strike 2 called. And Walker finds himself down in the count quickly here. Oh, caught looking. No, just in time. The crowd and the Freddie Walker thought the same. No question about that one. 2-2 count now for Freddie Walker. Walker, the native of El Cajon, California. Enjoying his time here with the Mavericks so far. He's had some success batting. Center field spot, he's been crucial to the Mavericks, and he loves this group of guys. It's a tight-knit team.
He's not at short. He is at third base.
Way too high, and the Mavericks
Walker
draws the walk.
The order now for the Mavericks brings his late in the second baseman, number 10.
Walker draws the walk.
Number 11 is playing short.
The guy who's been hotter than the sun, Colin Klingensmith, 2 for 3 tonight, up in tonight's contest. He's back up here again. Nice block by the catcher. Catcher asks for time. He's going to go out there and settle things down.
Anybody got good eyes can see what number the second baseman is?
Second base?
Yeah, the shortstop is 11.
I can tell you here. Hang on.
Number 7 is playing third, but who is playing second? That's not
Head coach is going to come out here too for a quick meeting on the mound, discuss things, try and reel him back in.
the bottom of the fifth inning brought to you by.
Starting things off with a walk. Tyler Price has had some difficulty here. He finds himself down 2-0 in the count as well.
Looks like number 8 is playing short though, right?
No, I think that I got 11 playing short.
Isn't 8 at third?
No, 7's at third. I think 8's at second.
11's playing short. Yeah,
11's
8's
playing
at
short.
seven.
8's at second.
Yeah.
I did see the number for the third baseman, which was number 7. I did see the number for the shortstop, which was 11. I just didn't see the number for the second baseman, but I think it's
Number 8.
So that's where William Hadley is. He's on second base. So they kind of
Shift.
yeah. So number 7.
Can we do it at the end of the inning?
Yeah, Peruski is at third. Well, we might be able to do it here. Up is at batter. Who is this calling? Is this Clinton Smith, right?
I'll get out of your way.
You want me to do it?
Sure. And a walk drawn here for Klingensmith. And the Mavericks now runners on first and second with no outs in a good position to further their lead tonight. Up next for the Mavericks,
Shortstop
PJ
number
Garcia.
5, PJ Garcia. Yeah, I'll get it in a second.
Another ball in the dirt, ball 1 called. And a nice hit, finds the hole. Garcia will get on with the single, and that should bring home Walker. It will. Oh, and it gets away on him, and that'll be an E5.
It was a bad throw, then it's an E now.
And a difficult throw from the right fielder.
Yeah, it's an E now. You want to announce that it's number 30, Austin Stoika, just in a second here. Yeah, you can do that now. It just changes it.
Up to bat number 30, Austin Stoika.
That's right.
Mavericks further their lead by just a little bit. Here comes the pitch, and it's outside. For Soika, he's having some success tonight, and he's just having some success this season. Soika gets a hold of it, it's going out to right field. Oh, and the right fielder was right there. He couldn't quite get there. 1-1 count.
No, Soika's hit.
Soika 2 for 3 tonight. That ball catches the outside corner. 1-2 count now. Oh, and that one hurt him, but he's going to be able to get the out. Ooh, that was tough. Baseball hurts sometimes.
Yeah, we talk about how hard Soika hits the ball, and
That one hurt him, Wayne. It looks like he'll be okay. It looks like it
yeah.
got him on the
Is that the first out?
the quads there, the muscle meat area, so should be okay.
Well,
But
for the Mavericks brings to the plate the designated hitter,
Wayne, don't kid
number
yourself.
25,
Those ones,
Colton Wright.
those are the ones that hit you, and you say, something that we're not allowed to say on the broadcast.
well, the first thing is it scares you because it's coming back so hard, and your first reaction is to try to get out of the road, and then when you realize you can't get out of the road, you're just happy when it hits and lands somewhere close to you because you know you're going to hurt anyway, and you can get the out. But your first job, your first instinct is get away from me, ball, but it doesn't. Pop up to the right side by Wright, flips his bat in disgust. Second baseman calls it, makes the catch.
As mentioned, Wright's mom here tonight, making the trip from
Two going out for
BC.
the
It's
Mavericks, brings it late
wait,
for
it's been a quieter cast without
third baseman number 31,
Mrs. Wright, Mrs. Wright, and Tanya Wright is here, but Mrs. Tracy Wright is not here, so a little bit more quieter. Two-way now for the Mavericks. Brings up the other Wright, Taylor Wright. Geez, Wayne, so many things are going right for the Mavericks right now. Was that good? I was losing myself there.
You're in the zone right now. You're in the zone. Just run with it, Ryder. There's the ball hit hard out into right field, but the right fielder is right there.
And that's the right call from Wayne Slosher, and we'll head into the top of the sixth inning with the Mavericks leading 9-0.
Okay, let me see.
Just get caught up here.
Yeah. What did?
And to our broadcast booth, we have a question writing in. Fans are not giving us a trivia question, but a little bit of a more fun side. What is your guys' favorite personal World Series game of all time? Russ Strilchuk is 1975 World Series Red Sox game, regrettably faved because I was a Reds fan.
Was that Yastrzemski, the home run?
It could be. I'm not familiar with it off the top of my head because I wasn't born for a little bit longer.
No, it wouldn't be Yastrzemski. It was who was the guy that was waving the ball against the Cincinnati Reds? No, for the Red Sox. Carlton Fisk.
Carlton
Fisk was waving the ball fair, trying to keep it fair against the Reds, and it did stay fair.
Was it Carlton Fisk?
1975.
After he went to Chicago.
Wayne, do you have his all-time favorite game? Ball one called here on Steel.
I have to think about that. That's a
Mets and Red Sox, man. Bill Buckner.
What's that, Kim? Kim, what's that, sorry?
I was watching the Bill Buckner through the legs play, screaming at the TV. Just
Bill
like,
Buckley screaming at the TV.
That's probably the most
Well,
memorable.
The one
You know, that was only Game 6 of the World Series.
Or was that the ALC?
No, that was
Yeah,
the
that
World
was
Series
World
against
Series,
the Mets.
Yeah.
The guy I played with was Gary Carter. I played with him in the minor leagues. He was with the Mets at that time.
Okay.
Okay.
And but that was Game 6. Then the Mets played Game 7, and the Red Sox had a lead in Game 7 and lost that game too. But that Bill Buckner play goes down in history for sure. Count is 2-1. Steele pitching a good game. Evens the count at 2-2.
There's two that come to mind for me, Wayne. It was Eckersley. It was Eckersley and the Toronto Blue Jays when Toronto and Robbie
Alomar
was
hits
doing
that home run. Yeah.
And he was doing the Eckersley stare down when he did the woo. And it was the one also when Toronto was facing,
Mitch Williams.
well, no, Atlanta Braves. And he did the chop when he hit that. I don't know if it was a home run he hit off that, but he did the chop as he hit first base and he was running to first base and second base.
Who was that?
Roberto Alomar.
But when he did, are you thinking about the good pitch where Steele struck him out?
And you know what that means, folks? $1 off beer for the next 10 minutes.
And a good at-bat for Brendan McKay as he made Steele work for that, Wayne. You got to give credit where it's due as a coaching staff when you're down in a game like you are for the Millionaires. You got to find things to be positive on, and McKay made Steele work for that. That could have went either way.
Well, I think it's a good at-bat for our fans who get $1 off their beer. That's who the good at-bat's for.
The fans are going to be happy about that.
There's a base hit bunt attempt. Steele fields it, flips it over to Cope. Cope, second out.
And up next to bat number 11,
Well,
Sweden Zachariah.
Brendan McKay, yes. Good at bat considering he doesn't have a batting average yet this year. So he hasn't had a hit yet this year. So, you know, he did strike out. But I guess we have to give him a little bit of credit. He made him throw 6 pitches.
We got to
Right.
say
Yeah,
thank you.
those 6
Just
pitches.
got to say thank you to him. That's all.
Yeah, thank you for the beer, $1 off the beer.
Yeah. Where we are? Top of the 6th.
Caden Zacharias, Wayne, thank you for the using a help a friend helpline. One of the more challenging names you had to say up here is the count is 1-1.
So wasn't that the one that World Series Atlanta and Toronto when Roberto Alomar did that? I'm pretty sure I saw him. I remember him doing the old chop sign.
Well, he might have, but
I don't know if
a
that was.
prelude to that was that Alomar hit that big-time home run off Dennis Eckersley
Of Oakland.
of Oakland.
That's right.
And then they won that series to advance to the Atlanta Braves. But I don't remember Alomar doing the chop.
I thought there's a clip there that showed him doing the.
He might have.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't recall it.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Foul down the left field line. The count remains 2-2 to the leadoff hitter, Caden Zacharias. Zacharias is 0 for 2 tonight.
He was
Caught
here for,
looking his
yeah, a little
last at-bat. Called strike 3. Flew out to center field his first at-bat. Or to right field.
Zacharias, a Lloydminster, Alberta native, Wayne.
Is it just Robbie Alomar that came that one year here?
Lloydminster, Alberta.
Lloydminster. Right on the border.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Saskatchewan, Alberta boy. He's got dual citizenship.
He does,
Who's
doesn't
that?
he? Zacharias from Lloydminster.
He's from Lloydminster. He's got Saskatchewan and Alberta
There you go.
citizenship.
Perfect.
Where does that
Lives
come?
on the
Where does
border.
that, does that come useful?
The hospital's on Saskatchewan side,
Yeah,
Wade.
and he lives in Alberta, so
There you
he's
go.
got dual citizenship.
There you go.
Count is full. Here is the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. Didn't miss by much. First walk of the night given up by Owen Steele.
Stepping up to the plate, number 16, Jake Green.
2 away. Jake Green coming to the plate. Green is 0 for 2. There's going to be quite a few offers tonight, the way this game is going. Melville only have 1 hit so far, committed 4 errors. The Mavericks have 10 runs on 11 hits. with no errors. 2 away. Not sure we need to hold him on at first base. Pope is holding him on, but I don't see the need for it with a 10-run lead. Ball hit out into left field, a single in front of Soika. Gets the ball back in.
Number 2.
Second hit of the game.
Next to bat, number 2, Marcus Irving.
Marcus Irving batting .233, has struck out his previous 2 plate appearances. Both struck out swinging. Both strikeouts were swinging, rather. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Sun's starting to go down. Beautiful evening here tonight. Rianne and I are in our muscle shirts tonight. There's a pitch in there on the inside part of the plate, called strike, count as 1-1. Good pitch by Steele. I've liked Steele's pitching tonight.
I have. It's been he's done his family, all 8 of them, proud tonight.
Oh, they're going to be very happy with this, especially with that dollar off beer. There's a ball hard hit down the left field side, but into the patio. That way foul. Count is 1-2.
I think, Wayne, that one was about Pisano area, as we've mentioned.
Yeah, that was. That's giving him too much credit. If he hits it over the fence down there, I'd give him Pisano, but that one didn't even make it to the
You
patio
have to hand
down
out Brooks there.
Redcliffe.
Redcliffe's
Yeah,
tough,
yeah,
tough,
that's not-
tough critic from
That's
tough
not
critic.
far.
Geographically tough critic.
Still stays.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up to the infield. Garcia calls off Taylor right at third. Stands makes the catch. 3 away. Good job by Owen Steele.
Hey folks, you still got 5 minutes for that dollar off beer special, courtesy of our Budget Wines beer batter. Get that while it's still going on.
The top of the 6th inning was brought to you by Southland Charters, the official charter of the Mavericks. Southland Transportation is dedicated to getting groups of all sizes safely home. Book a bus with Southland by visiting southland.ca.
We won him over. It's just like.
Yeah, getting back to the World Series with Bill Buckner, Russ Strelchuk says Gary Carter's home run was a big-time home run, and it was. Mets had a very good team that year. It seemed every time the Mets won the World Series, it was kind of like a miracle Mets team. So we have a pitching change.
Yeah, so the pitcher, who's number 19, who was on first, is now pitching. So they have to have taken out their designated hitter somewhere. 29, Cameron Pope, or Cooper. Who's on first there, Wayne? What do you see there?
We've got some player movements here, folks, at home. We're just
Second
trying to make
still
the
good.
change. Number 29.
Okay, so they activated their DH as a first base.
Okay, the DH is into the game at first base, and the first baseman's on the mound.
Yeah, so what you can do is you go up to Mike Osgood, number 19 here, put him in again, but put him as pitcher. Okay, and then go down to number 29. Activate him in as first baseman now. So he's supposed to be the
Mike Ozga into pitch.
one of the 6th inning, is that good? One of the 6, yeah, we're good, Pete.
And Wayne, we got roommate versus roommate pitching duel here right now. These are what they. I bet you these
right.
guys talked about this all year at school, and now it's happening.
Who's supposed to be up? Who's that?
Russell Strelchuk due up for the Mavericks.
Tito Jones coming in. Tito Jones is coming in.
Tito Jones is checking in now.
Yeah, I'll probably come over.
And Wayne, Tito Jones checks in.
Okay, Tito Jones batting for Strelchuk.
This is
Strelchuk had a
hitters
good
up for
game
the
tonight.
Mavericks. Pitching for the Mavericks, number
Got on
11,
base all
Tito
3
Jones.
times. A walk, a double, scored 2 runs.
He's probably going to go on for right field.
So Tito Jones checks in. Jones batting .314 on the season. Has good speed.
See how fast this is going to get kind of crazy. Pitching changes and everything else.
Off speed pitch catches the outside corner. We have a lefty on lefty matchup here.
Yeah. It more screws up wider than it does.
Ball 1. According to my records, this is Ozga's first appearance on the mound this year.
I wonder if he
Played
asked his coach to go
39.
in.
Played 39 games. Had 119 at bats as a first baseman, batting .235. So, I think they're given a chance to have a look at some of their other players in different positions.
Count is 2-1. Sun is just set behind the Cooley walls. Fall back. Lights are on.
Yeah, you've been
And
here lady last
I'm
call.
sure the temperature is still fairly warm out there.
No, it's not too bad, Wayne.
I'm just going to do a quick temperature check. Temperature is 30 degrees still. And it's 8:50 p.m. Curveball hanging up. Jones pops it to the right side. Great chase by the catcher and third baseman. Neither could get to it. Green made a great effort running full out towards the dugout. Count is 2-2.
And apologies for the people keeping up my 10-0 game. Sorry. What's that?
No, I gotta pick a good one, right? You just can't just go to anything.
No.
You have to pick something that's you'd like to really see, right?
Exactly, yeah. No, it was pretty close.
Ball 4.
Tito Jones draws a leadoff walk, Wayne, and that's a good start for the Mavericks again. 10-0 here for the Mavericks.
Let's keep it going.
First pitch to Pope. It's high and outside, ball 1. Pitch on the inside corner, strike 1. 10-0 is the score. I don't imagine Jones will be stealing with a 10-0 lead at this time. No need to rub salt in the wound here. If it was Okotoks, I would say, yeah, run. But it's not, it's Melville.
If it was Lethbridge, yes, run.
Or Lethbridge.
Count is 2-2. Pope was caught looking his last at bat. Punches it just over the second baseman and falls into right field for a single. Pope's second hit of the game.
Base hit for Bolt.
He also has a walk and a
Brings to the
strikeout.
plate the catcher, number 15, Reed Oldland.
Oldland is 1 for 3 tonight. Had a single in the first inning, struck out his second appearance, and grounded out to the second baseman his last at bat. Batting 177 coming into tonight's game. Here's a pitch outside. not a lot coming out of Ozga's hand right
No,
now.
he
as a
doesn't look too
pitcher.
comfortable.
He's not throwing hard. Doesn't have much of a
Arsenal.
spin on his ball, so it's kind of, here it is, hit it, and hopefully you're going to hit it at us. So pitch is high, count is 2-1. Good thing that I do see is that he's working fast. He doesn't take a lot of time out there. So runners on first and second, nobody away. Pitch inside, count is 3-1. On deck is Freddie Walker, number 9 hitter, followed by Colin Klingensmith, the leadoff hitter. This inning could get ugly here, folks. In there for a strike. The count is full.
DJ Garcia come in to score.
Our fans are ruthless. They're complaining on that pitch. They want ball 4. They want bases loaded. Good fans. There's a ball hard hit, but not that hard, and it lands in for a single. Looked like it was hit hard off the bat, but that was a dying quail.
That was
a dying quail.
a dying quail. Wayne duck snort last week, and now a dying quail. Bases loaded though, nonetheless.
Center fielder number 7, Freddie Walker. He would have came in on someone's hit, I think.
Bases loaded, nobody away. Number 9 hitter to bat. So this inning started with a walk. Never started an inning with a walk, folks, but it started with a walk, followed by 2 singles. And here we are. Pitch outside. Nobody in the bullpen warming up for either team.
Sorry, we got an issue right now. Cam's got 10, and I've got 9.
So a walk, RBI walk for Freddie Walker brings in Tito Jones.
Top of the order now, right?
And we're back to the top of the order. Bases loaded, nobody away.
Top of the order for the Mavericks brings to late the second baseman, number 10, Colin Klingensmith. Yeah, Klingensmith would have came in before BJ Garcia. So just get him in.
Klingensmith ended up on second base. That's as far as he got.
What about you said he scored?
Oh, I'm sorry. Klingensmith scored. Sorry, Garcia. Yeah, Garcia ended up on second base. Sorry, folks. We're just doing a little housekeeping here. Bases loaded.
So what do you have
Colin Klingensmith at the bat.
11, 13.
He's got a single and a double so far tonight. Pitch is a called strike. I'm not saying it was a strike. I'm just saying it was called a strike.
And Wayne, what a neutral answer by you. You could be a politician with that answer. Well spoken.
That pitch was a strike. Count is 1-2.
Oscar throwing like he's mad at the ball right now.
11. It would be better if it was
Here's the payoff pitch behind
way better.
Klingensmith.
It would feel way better. Oh, it would feel way better.
I don't know whether that's just a show me pitch. I'll throw it up there just to brush you back, but he brushed him forward, not back. Here's the count, 2-2. The pitch is high, ball 3. This inning could get ugly here, folks.
In a hurry.
Could
And
get
in
ugly.
a hurry.
Could get ugly. It's already ugly. Well, let's just see if they can do damage control. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 4. That's 3 walks this inning.
And the Mavericks have absolutely
The other scores we're keeping
taken the life
watch
out
on
of the Melville
WCL.
Millionaires.
Yes.
Lethbridge trails Fort McMurray right now, top of the 8th by a score of 3-1. Brooks leads Yorkton 3-0. That's in the top of the 8th.
So there's going to be a
In the
pitching
bottom of
change
the fifth
here.
inning, Edmonton 0, Okotoks 6. Weyburn and Regina in the top of the 8th are tied 1-1. And Swift Current leads Moose Jaw 2-1 in the top of the 7th there.
Turn the song up. Turn the song up.
Hey folks, take a look at your Talk with Time ad in your program. You have the signature of number 19.
So we're
Dwayne,
gonna have,
what's the
we're
code?
gonna have some internal moves here.
I think so.
Yeah.
We're gonna see another shift here in
Looks like somebody is coming into the game, a new player, number
20.
The Remember When Toys and Candy and More ad
27?
We're looking for the signature of number 30, Austin Soika. You have
And
that
Wayne, as a
signature on
coach,
number
and when you're
40,
losing a game
Candy
12-0,
Moore.
is there anything you could say to your team, or is it, guys, let's just get through this?
Yeah, let's just get it over with. And right now, the Titanic is sinking very quickly. So they want the Titanic to hit the bottom real quick, and then we'll start all
And
over
we'll start
tomorrow.
all over again and get back at it. Ownership group's definitely going to be happy with the way the group's performing tonight.
What number's there?
Number 27 is now pitching.
Okay, so
27 is Frankie Almendarez from Freeport, Texas.
don't. You're gonna put him. Where are we putting him? 27.
And there's a bunch of other changes on the infield and outfield. The right
comes in
fielder
pitch.
was called in.
Right, Cameron Cooper is now going out to left field or right field. But 27 is not on here yet, so he's got to be. Is he replacing Mike Olsga? He's got to be replacing Olsga in the batting order, unless he comes up the field somewhere now.
Well, he can be going in for anybody. We just don't know
We
who
just
he
don't
went
know
in
where he's
for
going
yet.
in for yet.
Is there a mercy rule?
You think there should be?
So who is that pitching? It's number 27.
Frankie Almendarez. It's a mouthful for most people, but for me, it's just same old gibberish.
Frankie Almendarez.
Almendarez.
From Freeport, Texas.
6'1", 180.
Almendarez is making his 13th appearance.
So
Has pitched
19's
16
going
and
to
2/3 innings.
So Olsga goes to first. But
Who's at first?
Olsga, number 19's at first.
No, who's at first?
No.
What's
Two
that
still out
second?
Center, 2 out center field still.
Who's on third?
11 still at
that's what I
short.
was gonna
7 still at 8.
Oscar goes back to first.
29. Who is out? Jake Green behind the plate. Who is out? Who is out? Brendan McKay is out. 15's not there. 15's out in left field. Number 29 is.
Who's out in left field?
Number
Oh, the
29.
pitcher.
Number 5, PJ Garcia.
Apologies, sorry, you said left field.
Okay, so we'll get caught up in those changes later.
Number 8.
Here's
spot in
the
batting order for
Fastball
them.
in
Put
by
number,
Almendarez.
the pitcher, number 27.
In on
Garcia, ball one. Bases loaded,
'Cause
nobody
they have
away.
No DH right now.
He's pitching.
He's pitching. You have no DH. The DH is out.
Ball line down the left field side. Foul.
So in number 15,
Count
number
is 1 and
15, Brendan
1.
McKay is out. 27 is in. There's number 20. Hang on. So I see 29 out there. I saw 2 out in center field. I saw 29 out in right field. But who's out in the
Here's the
left
1-1 pitch in the dirt. Good job by Green, keeping it in
field?
front.
Only one I can think of that's out.
Count is 2-1.
They're not making this easy.
Osga didn't get an out, gave up 2 runs, and there's a ball hit high and deep into right center field. Center fielder gets a glove on it, but drops it at the wall as he hits the wall. Hard hit ball by Tito Jones, just missed a home run by
Garcia,
a mere
sorry.
few
Somebody
feet.
read on number 9, the
So an RBI single. Runners had to tag up on that because the center fielder did get over there. It hit his glove, and then he hit the wall and dropped the ball.
So a run scores, RBI single by Garcia.
The left fielder now for the Mavericks, number 30, Austin Soika.
there for a strike. Austin Soika is at the plate. He's 2 for 4 so far tonight. Bases loaded, folks. Good block by Green. Keeps the ball in front of him.
And Green's done a good job blocking
worked
tonight,
hard
Wayne.
back
He's
there
working
tonight,
hard back
yeah.
there, and it's tough when it's 13-0. But a credit to his personality, his family, and his his former coaches. He's a character guy. He's been working hard tonight. I've liked him.
Well, it's not easy when
It's
you're down
definitely not
13
easy.
to nothing, and Soika follows that pitch back. It's not easy when you're down 13 nothing and you're still blocking balls so that another run doesn't score. Your pitcher should be thanking you. Count is 1-2 on Soika. Soika lined it back at the pitcher last at bat, hit him in the pillows or off the leg anyway. I wasn't here for that play, but the pitcher did recover and make an out. Oh, Soika strikes out on a pitch up and away. First out of the inning.
Took a while.
Good pitch by Almendarez.
Almendarez with a very nice pitch.
Colton Wright coming to the plate.
Number 25, Colton Wright.
Wright followed by Wright. Colton hasn't had any luck tonight at all. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Came around to score on that walk.
19 is first. 29 is out in right field. 2 is out in center field. Catcher 16. Who's out in left field? I think it's 24.
Pitched low, ball 1. Almendarez seems like he has a good arm.
15.
Certainly the velocity is up from Osga, who was previously pitching.
Technically it's 15.
Count is 1-0. Ball hit over the first baseman for a single. Walker comes in to score. RBI single for Colton Wright.
15.
15's out in right field. Okay, so ready? Okay, 27 is the number 9 hitter. He's pitching. Okay, so instead of 27 going in where I said he was in, at number 15 spot, you have to delete him out of there and put him in the number 9 spot. Because 15 right now is playing right left field. So the only person that came out was Steve Pierce, number 24, because he's not out there.
So here's Taylor Wright. First pitch swinging, hit to the right side, underneath the glove of the second baseman. RBI for Taylor Wright. Hard hit ball to the right side.
So we can make those changes.
Second baseman can't get a glove on it. The runners advance, so we still have bases loaded.
It should work. Tito Jones.
And we batted around in this order. Tito Jones was the leadoff hitter. Mavericks have 15 runs on 16 hits, no errors. Melville have no runs on 2 hits and have committed 4 errors. First pitch is up and away to
Ryder, were you able to put it in? Did you
Tito.
get it in? You got it all in. It's out.
This is really doing damage to my scorebook.
It's tough to see where he's taking them out of the batting, right? Since they activate the DH, what happens then everybody has it just makes things.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Jones. Swings, fouls it back. Pitch in on the hands. Couldn't get barrel out front on that. Almendarez fastball got in on his kitchen.
For that pitcher to come in, because he's coming in, he's not on the first starting line.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low and away, ball 3. Good pitch for Tito right here. Zone it up. Get the barrel out front on it. If you get a pitch middle in, Tito will hit it all over the field, so it really doesn't matter. He goes away, hits it all over the field. RBI single for Tito Jones. Some days the rodeo's in town, and some days the circus is in town.
Today, what is it, Wayne?
Both.
A little bit of both. Good answer.
The first baseman, number 23.
Fans, make sure you tune in tomorrow when I am apparently right now Wayne riding a horse for tomorrow's pregame festivities opening pitch. I don't know what's going on there. I'm nervous as can be.
Well,
Cameron Pope is up, and this could be my last game.
well,
Make sure you wear a helmet, because if you fall off that miniature pony and hurt yourself,
You're
I'm
up
scared for you.
You're up here by yourself for the rest of the year. I know you're. Not that
Bases loaded.
if things continue.
Pitch away.
Wait, I just want to
Count is
mention.
2-0.
I will pay any Mavericks staff to take my spot down there. Not been on a horse since I was about 9 years old.
One thing I've noticed here in this inning is the Mavericks are running away with this inning, scoring another 6 runs, and they're just running station to station. There's no attempt from a runner on second to go home on a single. They just go to third and they pull up, and that's great sportsmanship by the coaching staff. They're not trying to run up the score at all. Hitters are still doing their best, but they're not advancing on bases.
But Wayne, and then when the Mavericks position as a hitter, when you look at guys like Cameron Pope, Colton Wright specifically, who's still working on finding that. You mentioned he's having good at-bats, but he wants to be getting a hold of the ball. These are games for him where he can work on that.
Right, exactly. The hitters aren't going to ease up. Every hitter's going to go up there trying to have a good at-bat. And even having a good at-bat doesn't ensure you're going to get on. You're only going to get on
and Wayne,
3 out of 10 times.
A good coaching decision here by the Mavericks staff. Zach Stark coming in now for the Mavericks. The 18-year-old. He's a very young Maverick. He's fresh. These are the games where you want to get your guys in like that.
Yeah, Zach's a local boy, kind of a bullpen catcher more than anything.
Right now,
doesn't have a batting average yet this year. He's at 12 at bats, 6 strikeouts. Hasn't had a hit yet, but here's his opportunity. This inning has gotten away from me, folks. It'll take me a little while to collect my scorebook, but there's a swing and a miss by Almendares on start. The count is 1-1. Ball is high, 2-1. On deck is the number 9 hitter, Freddie Walker. It'll be his second plate appearance in this inning. If he comes up, there's a swing and a miss. Count is 2-2. That pitch was up. Stark needs to look for something down a little bit lower. That pitch looks inviting up there, but it's not a good pitch to swing at. Gets hit by a pitch. Gets his first RBI.
First RBI as a Maverick, Wayne. Keep that ball.
The ball might have a bruise on it.
It might.
Either that or Zach will have a bruise on him.
Get ready for that overscore.
Freddie Walker come to the plate, walked his 2 last plate appearances, and came around to score each time. The walks are absolutely killing Melville right now.
This is a perfect example of what walks do to you.
Well, going into this inning, they had walked 4, and 3 of them had to come around to score. And in this inning, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least 5 walks so far in this inning, and 4 of them have come around to score. Can't defend the walk, folks. Score is 18-0. We've got a route here right in River City. Count is 2-0. Pitch in there for a strike. On deck, Colin Klingensmith.
He's got to go to the full bench for the rest of the game.
Nobody in the bullpen warming up. Mind you, this pitcher didn't warm up. He just came in right from the dugout.
Good hands by the fan watching there. He's seen it coming.
He's going to regret putting his hand out for that one.
I think
That
I think you
screamer.
told me a story about that once.
Yeah, that ball hurts, folks. Don't be a hero.
And he's getting to go home with the game ball that's going to leave him a bruise.
The ball bounced down the stands to a lady, and she gave it back to him. There's a ground ball hit to the second baseman over to the short. Can't make the throw at first. Too much speed by Freddie Walker. Walker on with fielder's choice.
And up next to bat, we've got number 10, Colin Cleansmith.
You get a fielder's choice.
RBI.
Runner out. Second on a 6
So-
or 4-6. And then RBI. So 2 gone and runners on the corners, right?
Runners on the corner. Freddie Walker at first. He won't be stealing. Pitch to Klingensmith is a ball. I don't know why the first baseman would be holding the runner on when you're down 18-0. He's not going to be stealing.
19 now, Wayne, sorry.
19 now, sorry, folks. But no rationale for holding the runner on at first base. High fly ball to right field. He's underneath it, makes the catch for the third out. Thank you, Colin.
So, no, we're going to do this. So, just say, yeah, you can start reading that. Where is it? Check out Janessa, the home team. You can read that part right there. Right here. Yeah, you get your go ahead.
So the Mavericks scored 9 runs that inning.
To start off the home team home run challenge brought to you by Tori Matson and Shauna Vanderspree at Royal LePage Community Realty.
9 runs on 5 hits. And they leave 2 on base.
And she's with Cassie, and they're going to be playing the home team home run challenge. They're going to see who can hit the ball the furthest or hit the base.
4 walks, 1 hit batter, 3 of the walks scored.
I don't know, he does it better.
I'm not worried. We got it.
Let's go.
Sorry, Cameron. Did you need something? Okay, top of the 7th inning, folks. It's only 2 hours and 20 minutes into the game. 7th inning. Number 19, first baseman Mike Ozga batting. Struck out his previous 2 plate appearances. It's 0 for 2.
Number 19, Mike Ozga. For Shauna Vanderspree.
I butchered your name. I butchered your name the first time I saw you. I'm going to say no, it's Vanderspree. So it's going to spell it out.
Pitch is high, ball 1.
Yeah, I didn't look down there.
Fouled off.
Those guys playing a little bit of Little League Baseball tonight. He's been all over the place.
Just a question here, guys. Who's catching right now for us?
It's Zach Stark.
Zach Stark catching? Okay, thank you very much.
So, in Reed Olden's spot, there's Zach's catching.
So he went in to hit for Odlund and stays in the game as a
Tito
catcher.
Jones is out in right field for
Tito
where
Jones for
Squirrel-
still shot.
50 numbers and the total for you if you're ready.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Count is 2-2. Ball in the dirt. Blocked by Stark. Stark is now catching. Tito Jones is in right field.
Sorry, 6-5-7-2.
5-7-2.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled into the dugout. The Melville dugout. On deck is, not sure anymore,
Number 8.
William Laddie.
Not sure anymore, Wayne, is one way to put it.
Ground ball hit to the hole on the right side, fielded by Pope over to Steele. A 1-3 put out. Good job by Pope. Good job by Steele getting over there.
William Laddie coming in now, and Laddie's one of those guys when you mentioned he doesn't even have a batting average.
I'm gonna have to reconfirm that.
But he's from Dauphin, Manitoba. He goes to Iowa Wesleyan.
Wesleyan.
You got her.
Yeah, Laddie has made 11 appearances as a pitcher this year. This is his first appearances tonight as a position player. Grounds it to first base. Pope flips it over to Steele again. 3-1. That swing kind of indicated from Laddie why he isn't playing. He stepped in the bucket big time there.
You mentioned you're well said, but when you know what, as a coaching staff, when you are in Melville's situation, it's like you got to put your best foot forward and you got to try stuff. I think.
Well, I don't know whether they're short of players tonight or what the problem is, but they got a lot of guys listed as position players. They're using pitchers who haven't batted yet this year. So. Anyway, the count is 1-1 to Chris Perleski. Pitch is high and outside. Steele's done a great job tonight. He's only given up the one walk. Swing. High fastball gets by him. Perleski asking if that was a strike. Umpire acknowledges that it was not a strike. It was up in the zone. Count is 2-2. Here's the pitch. Hits the corner, but doesn't get the call. Stark set up on the corner. He hit the corner, but Stark was set up a little bit too far outside, and it might have been low. Definitely a ball. Count is 3-2. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Stark hangs on to it. Ends the inning with a strikeout.
So get the fans to stand up, or take me out to the ball game. It's a 7th inning stretch.
7th inning stretch, folks.
And Wayne, we need it.
Oh, do we ever?
Wayne, Zach Stark, before we head to the break here, Zach Stark, for him to come into a game, he's a rookie. Does he look at the score, or does he just look at it as an opportunity to come in and get some action catching?
Yeah, just an opportunity. He takes it as 0-0 score for him. He's only had 12 plate appearances. He wants to get his first hit. There's his opportunity. Unfortunately, he got hit by a pitch. So, hopefully he'll get another opportunity this year. Hopefully this weekend he'll get another
opportunity to come in. 7th inning stretch. Be back after this.
2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Starting off for the Mavericks, the shortstop, number 5, P.J. Garcia.
Well, folks, we're into the bottom of the 7th. Mavericks leading 19-0. Garcia, the number 2 hitter, leading off. Pitch is inside. Ball 1. Almendarez in for his 2nd inning of work.
2-0.
Oh, Hunter Cooper's coming in, guys. First swing.
There's a ball hit high and deep down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. Makes a good over-the-hand catch. I'm sorry I missed it. He didn't make the overhand catch. It went out of the ballpark. Attaboy, Garcia.
Home run for PJ Garcia, Wayne.
The right fielder misses just like I did.
Solo home run, Garcia.
Put his glove up. I thought he made
I
the
thought
catch.
he made the catch as well.
Pinch hitter, 34, Hunter Cooper. Now pinch hitting for the Mavericks, number 34, Hunter Cooper.
Hunter Cooper from Anaheim, California. His folks were up here last week.
We really enjoyed chatting with them. His dad, a police sergeant back home, Wayne, and
Yeah.
his younger sister competing in nationals this week, I believe, Wayne.
Yes, up in Washington, Oregon area. Oregon, in fact.
50-50 tickets. Let's make that draw right away here. Get all your 50-50 tickets, good for $615.
You always have a little extra respect for law enforcement officers, hey, Wayne, and what they put up
absolutely.
with. A thankless job, really.
Yeah. First responders, man, you got to give them credit. That's a tough job. Ball hit back to the
Ticket number is
pitcher
6572.
on the first base for the first out,
You have the
1-3.
Ticket 6572. Take that ticket off to the ticket office to claim your prize, $615.
Now batting Colton Wright, the DH, single his last at bat, had an RBI. So one for
One gone
four
for Mavericks.
tonight.
Next to play the
Also
designated
walked.
hitter, Colton Wright.
On deck is Taylor Wright. One away here in the bottom of the seventh. Ball low and away. Good take by Colton Wright.
So do they, they'll
Catcher
do
is
the
asking
slingshot?
where that pitch was. It was close, but called the ball. Umpire's been doing a very good job tonight. Very consistent with the strike zone. That ball is in the dirt.
They seem to have won the 50-50. We are waiting to see.
Okay, are we doing the days off pub slingshot next in 2 outs?
Yes, we are. Just do that.
10 bar. Yeah, so they'll do the days off audio thing, and then if we have time, we can do that.
There's the ball off the hands, flared over the right field. That was a dying quail as well, but foul.
I mean, I'm learning so many little things that I'm... Are these sayings allowed to be said if I go ever broadcast somewhere else in baseball, or should I keep this to us?
They've been used before in other broadcasts.
I'm not inventing the wheel here, Ryder. These are baseball
These are
terms.
baseball terms.
You are rather
ducks on the pond.
Ducks
right?
on the
All
pond.
that
You're
stuff,
rather
it's all
inventive,
part of it.
so I'm...
Can of corn.
Can of corn.
Texas
I've learned
State,
can of a corn.
quail.
Can of a corn.
Duck snort. Duck snort. Dying quail.
Screamer down the line. All those are all terms. Screamer down
Round
the line. See you
ball.
later.
Past
Screamer
the
down
third
line.
baseman. Hard hit ball. And
Not gonna lie. Screamer down the line.
left fielder gets to it. Lanny called that before the ball was even hit. A screamer down the line, and that's what Colton Wright hit.
Foresight. That's what it is.
He hit it too hard to get the second
Third
base.
baseman, number 31, Taylor Wright. And fans, thank you very much, all 742 of you here tonight. Thank you very much. They're back at it again tomorrow night. You see two teams. Bring a friend. Let's get up to 1,000 plus tomorrow.
Again, folks, we said the Medicine Hat exhibition in Stampede is in town. Hotel rooms are booked full, and it's one of the longest running Stampedes in Canada. Kim, do you have it's 132nd annual exhibition in Stampede. I heard, maybe I'm wrong on this, but is it the fourth oldest exhibition in Stampede in Canada, or fourth oldest in Alberta?
I know Rocky Mountain House is the oldest.
Is it?
Yeah. It's top 5.
Yeah,
Top
it's
5 oldest.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very
pretty
old
cool.
one. Very tradition. It's a great exhibition in Stampede.
A lot of fun to go to.
Yeah. Count is 2-0 on Taylor Wright. First baseman is still holding Colton on. I don't get the strategy. There's a ball hit right where he should be playing. My goodness. What were they thinking? So Taylor, thanks to the first baseman holding Colton on, gets a single.
Wayne, it's Padres stat night, as they call it.
My goodness. But,
Now batting for
you
the
know, now
Mavericks,
he's
number
playing
11,
behind the runner.
Tito Jones.
Obviously, Colton isn't going to be stealing when the score is 20-0. I mean, if they aren't advancing more than one base on singles with the bases loaded, what makes them think that we would be stealing when we're up 20-0? Nevertheless, Tito Jones batting, fouls it off down the third base side, way out of play. Kind of like when you go to a high school game or an American Legion game and there's a runner on third and the third baseman is standing on the bag holding the runner on just like the first baseman, and I shake my head. Oh, it gets picked off. Taylor Wright gets picked off by the catcher, Green. We were saying the catcher has a good arm and he's not scared to throw behind runners, and he caught Taylor wandering off first base. So a 2-3 put out at first base of Taylor Wright. So 2 away. Yeah, and you see that happening with a third baseman stepping on the bag like a first baseman. I just shake my head and I'm thinking, what are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
Like, he's not going to steal home. Like, why are you holding him on? But everybody has a different philosophy, I guess. Count is 1 and
That's
2.
so nice. That's a good way to put it.
Count is 1 and 2 to Tito Jones. Ball in there, called strike.
Jones was down
Good
looking here.
pitch by Almendarez, a strikeout.
And we got some action
No
down
runs
the
for the
field.
Mavericks there, and Wayne, I think, or 1 run for the Mavericks there. Apologies. And
Janessa, who do we have for a contestant down there tonight?
I don't know what. Yeah, not a bad inning from the pitcher there. He helps get them out of the inning a little bit quicker than the last one. I guess there's nowhere to go but up. But like you said, Wayne, in baseball, you just got to focus on the next batter. It's difficult in a 20-0 game, but Wayne, what else can you do?
Yeah, he gave up the leadoff home run. We scored 1 run on 3 hits, so he limited the damage on Garcia's home run. So good job for Almendarez getting out of that inning, making it quick. We'll get home in time for the national news
You should.
at 11.
At 11. News at 11.
Okay, if any of you are still up, I'll give you another quick trivia question. This is a trivia question, and it's not baseball. This is not a baseball trivia question. There are 2 countries in the world where you can't buy Coca-Cola. Can anybody at home name one country, one of the 2 countries in the world where you can't buy Coca-Cola? Tim, just hold that thought for a second till we're off the air. So folks at home, 2 countries in the world where you can't buy Coca-Cola. Coke, the soft drink.
You, and it's maybe number 29. Let's go right here.
Can you name one of the 2 countries?
After that, we've got number 29, Cameron Cooper.
2 countries in the world that don't sell Coca-Cola.
Cameron Cooper now batting. Who turned it off? There's a strikeout. Okay, we've got an answer for.
No, you gotta ask the question again for the fans, not
Oh,
yet.
the fans at home didn't get my trivia question. What are the 2 countries in the world where you cannot buy Coca-Cola? You cannot buy Coca-Cola in these 2 countries. What are the 2 countries? Not a baseball question, but just a trivia question.
So Cooper goes down swinging. So one away. Number 8 hitter at the plate. Brendan McKay is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Swings and misses at a fastball high and away. Steele is just pumping the fastballs in there. No
And why
need
not?
to change. Just here it is. Hit it. They've only got 2 hits all night. There's a ground ball hit to Klingensmith at second. Fields it on to first. 2 away. So fans, I'm only going to give you a couple of minutes to check to see what. Oh, Shotgun Spark 898. Cam, is that you? Cam.
It's not Cam on there. I can confirm that's not Cam.
Okay, so we got a right answer from Shotgun Shark 898. The 2 countries where you can't buy Coca-Cola are Cuba and North Korea. And that's the correct answer. Pitch in there for a strike. Still pumping the strike zone with fastballs right now. Doing a great job. That pitch is outside, 1-1.
I would like to see if they can throw one through the window. The YMCA.
Swing and a miss. Count is 1 and 2. On deck, the number 9 hitter. Almendarez, the pitcher. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Out number 3.
Wayne,
Tonight's game brought to you by Medicine Hat Mall.
I think at this rate, Steele could finish the game tonight. I don't know if
Yeah.
he will, but mine. I mean,
Really, I'm not sure if there's a need to bring anybody else in. He's throwing strikes, and unless somebody needs a little bit of work, you can get him in for 1 inning. There's only 1 inning left. So, are you going to warm them up for 1 inning? You might. It's a nice warm night out, so
no, it's not a bad night to jump in. It's,
this might be a good time to throw in young Stark or somebody else who hasn't had very many innings. And we do have action down in the bullpen.
And I see, as right on schedule, Wayne, we're going to see pitching coach Jared Libke. He's got his little group of minions over there, we'll call them. I see Libke throwing, and as well as... Is that 8 or 9? Sorry.
That's 9. No, that's 8.
8 or 9.
One of us got to get our eyes checked.
That's number 9. That's Wayne, that's Nolan Radai warming up.
Is that number 9? Nolan Radai warming up?
I don't know if he's. Yeah, that's Radai.
Radai can play anywhere.
I think maybe he just wants to cross it off the bucket list that he pitched this year. We'll see how serious it is. He's lining up though, Wayne.
Here's Sweet Carolina, folks. We'll let you listen in.
Oh, he is throwing strikes. He's throwing like he's going to go into the
All
game.
right, fans, bring it home now. Bring it home for us. Hey, what do you think? Starting off for the Mavericks. Number 23, Cameron Cope.
Is Owen Steele still on the mound?
So we got 7, 8, 9 hitters up this inning.
For the complete game?
Pope, Stark, and Walker.
I would put him in.
Why not?
Nolan Radai warming up for the Mavericks right now.
I just don't want to see anybody get hurt.
That's my concern as well, Wayne.
Sure, we can do the Mavericks.
You know, he hasn't pitched all year, and what we don't want is see him with a sore arm because he pitched one
Or what
inning-
happened, or
inning.
Wayne, I don't know if you caught what happened in the Mavericks Edmonton game. The pitcher was, the nightmare scenario for Wayne. He was struck by an Austin Soika hit and hit right in the head, and he was done.
But you know, you're talking about a pitcher. Now we're talking about a position player going into a game with a score of 20-0. Leadoff single for Pope. That's his 3rd hit of the night to go along with 2 walks and a strikeout.
Number 13.
Zach Stark gets his chance for his first hit in the Western Canadian Baseball League. This is his 14th plate appearance.
Any Wi-Fi? I'm gonna have my own phone and then have my
Swings and misses. Pitch on the inner half.
backups.
Stark has scored 1 run. He has 1 walk and 6 strikeouts in his previous
So when we do some cheering,
13 at bats. So he's actually had, this is his 15th plate appearance. He has 1 walk, and his last at bat he got hit by a pitch. Fouls that off to the left side. Right over as a screamer into the bleachers over there. Count is 1-2. Again, they're holding the runner on first base. Still confused by that strategy, but I'm not sure it's worked that well for them this year. There's a ground ball hit, foul down the third base side. That ball got in on his hands. Shaking off the bumblebees right now that are stinging his hands. Come on, get a pitch out over the middle here, Zach. Something you can drive. Get your hit right here. Oh, man.
oh, hello.
Alright, guys. See you tomorrow.
Clear the deck.
Yeah, see if I have any. It was fun.
See you, Kim. Count is 1-2. I'm a little confused
No, I'm
here.
confused here on what's going on here too. I'm just trying to sit here as I was sorry for leaving you high and dry there. I'm trying to just figure out what's going on and give some
Well, I'm
analytical response here like we're supposed to, Wayne, but
Well, I can't understand. That's the 4th ball that Stark has hit over there. Like, make the adjustment already as a hitter. Like, speed up your bat. You got a big hole on the right side. You're continually hitting the ball to the left side. You got to make an adjustment as a hitter. Count is 1-2.
1-3.
Come on, get barrel up front here. Here's the pitch. Fouled again.
his teammates aren't going to be too happy with him, Wayne.
Oh, we saw that on TV one time with the Texas Rangers.
Hey, heads up there on the dugout.
After a while, the whole dugout went
This
in
gets up.
underneath with the Texas Rangers. They wouldn't stay there. There's a ground ball hit to the shortstop over the second for 1. The first not in time. On with the fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice here for Stark. Runner put out at second on a 6-4. Brings to the plate the center fielder number 7, Freddie Walker.
Wow. That's,
I guess it's
well, got to make an adjustment. Freddie Walker at the plate.
something the first out. My apologies.
There's a ball fisted into right center field. That'll fall in for a single. There's a little duck snort right there. So 1 away. Runners on first and second. And the top of the order, Colin Klingensmith coming up for
Top of the
the
order now for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate
7th time
second
tonight.
baseman number 10, Colin Klingensmith.
7th plate appearance. He's walked once, or walked twice. He's got 2 hits, so he's 2 for 3 so far. I'm sorry, he's 2 for...
2 for 4 tonight,
2
Wayne.
for 4. This is his 5th at bat.
The bugs are starting.
Oh, he crushes that ball
That's
down
up.
the right field line, going foul. Right fielder's giving good chase, but it's beyond the fence. And the infield mat. The infield tarp, I should say. Count is 1-1. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, but doesn't get to the grass. Right now is saying, work with me, Almendaris.
I'm beat up.
Get it in the air here. That's all you have to do is get it in the air.
I don't need to block any more pitches.
Pitch fouled off to the left side. Radai was warming up. I'm not sure if he's going to be coming into the game. He's not pitching anymore, but he's got lots of people down there talking to him.
He's going to throw his knuckle.
As I recall, Radai pitched in Little League. There's a ball hit in the hole. It gets by the shortstop. The runner holds up at third.
Another classy
Good piece of
sportsmanship
coaching,
movie.
yeah. Good piece of coaching by Sal Rodriguez, who's now coaching third base.
And
Attaboy, Sal.
Attaboy Sal. And Wayne, there's some coaching in that guy's future anyway, so why not start right now with the night off for Sal? You trust his instincts. That guy knows what he's doing.
Number 5, Ike Garcia.
So Klingensmith gets his third hit of the night.
Garcia homered his last at bat, hits this one right up the middle. The second baseman steps on the base over to first
Save.
and
Fielder's
safe.
choice. Runner comes in. Runner out at second. Runner.
So no RBI on the play, but
The run does score.
That makes sense for you.
So we have a 6-4 put out at second base on Klingensmith.
No, it's a 4U.
For you, Wayne.
Oh, I'm sorry, for you. Yes, sorry.
Number 34.
Thank you.
Hunter Cooper.
We're just waiting for an opportunity.
Is that Smith or Stark right there?
Stark came in to score.
So Cooper now batting, flies out to left field. Left fielder underneath it, makes the catch for the third out.
Giveaway time, just giveaway.
Wayne, the Mavericks will score 21 runs in this game tonight. As they,
They should save some of them for tomorrow.
I think so.
Old Dutch chip giveaway.
All right, get up and make some noise. We want to see you dance for the old Dutch chip giveaway.
And right, Wayne, we're gonna see a pitching change. Nolan Radai, Mr. Dependables, coming into tonight's game to pitch.
Well,
But it's not so much of a stretch.
I think Steele has done a marvelous job of pitching tonight. Only a walking one batter.
The inning was brought to you by Groves Roofing, big league service when it comes to your exterior renovation needs. Also, fans, we'd like to thank Temple Fitness, locally owned and operated, offering private training, group classes, and 24-hour open memberships. The official training facility of the Mavericks.
Put an X at the back of your chip bag, and then take it to the ticket office to win a prize for the CFOBs.
Yeah, check your chip bags for an X, and you can take that chip bag to claim your prize at the ticket office.
Hey, fans, check your chip
Johnny, it's
bag.
such a beautiful night, folks, that there's lots of people in the stands here yet tonight, even with the score 21-0.
Gift certificate from Sobeys.
It's a gift certificate from Sobeys.
I think we retained most of our crowd, but the temperature is still, I'll check the temperature, but I think the temperature is still around 29 or 30. So kudos to the folks that are hanging around tonight. It's down to 28 degrees right now.
Pitching change. So let me see
I'll
that
just
for a
let you know what that is in Fahrenheit. That's
River changed his pitching change.
82 degrees in Fahrenheit at
Now
10
on the
o'clock
mound
at night.
for the Mavericks, making his debut as a right-handed reliever, number 9, Nolan Ratai.
Warm
Hear the
welcome from the
fans,
home crowd.
and the hometown boy.
Who's up here? Who's up? Start top of the order.
So we got the top of the order
Caden
up.
Zacharias.
Zacharias, following by Green and Irving.
And Zacharias.
You don't like that Zacharias name, do you?
I'm struggling, my ass. I'm struggling.
That's funny.
As often the guinea pig up here, I will fall on my sword.
Zacharias is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Grounds it to first base. It's fair ball. Hope feels it. Tosses it over to Radai. Radai actually remembers to cover first base. Good for him. 3-1 put out.
I always like to see when they come up and do this. I'm pretty sure it's
I think Pope could have taken that by himself, but he wanted to see Rat-Eye run. So
Make him work for it.
He stood back and let Rat-Eye run to first base. I think they're having a little bit of fun out there now. So, and why shouldn't they? First pitch fastball, fouled back by Jake Green, the catcher. Green has one of the 2 hits tonight from Melville. He's 1 for 3. I've got to say he's worked really hard as a catcher back there. This game's going on 3 hours, and he hasn't given an inch. Tough kid. Ground ball, a changeup. Looked like a knuckleball or a straight change, and it's pulled foul down the third base side. Count as 1 and 2. Let's come back with the same pitch, Zach. Don't change it up every time. Throw another changeup. Get him to pop it up. Fastball. I don't like that every time. Changing pitches every pitch.
Doesn't seem to.
It's fastball, changeup, fastball, changeup.
Well, Wayne, let's not forget who we don't have a traditional pitcher in there, but I definitely agree. And
I'll throw him a fastball here now. There's an off-speed pitch. You know, it's a pattern that you don't want to get into, is changing every pitch. So he gets hit by pitch.
Next up to bat, number
Green.
2, Marcus Irving.
And luckily it was on a changeup. I'd hate to see a guy who's worked that hard tonight get hit with a fastball.
yeah, because Green sure has played well, Wayne.
Yeah, he's been a workhorse back there. Marquis Irving, better known as Marcus, is what we've been calling him. And if we're wrong with that, folks, you can always let us know. Folks, parents or cousins or friends, if you're watching, give us the correct pronunciation. Marcus Irving, 0 for 3 tonight. Count is 1 and 1. Pope playing behind Green at first base. There's a ball on the outside corner, a fastball. Good fastball by Rat-Eye. He's got a good arm. Count is 1 and 2. Come back with the fastball. Please come back with a fastball. No need to change it here. He hasn't hit the ball yet, so there it is. Good call, Zach. Boy. Count is 2 and 2. Just keep throwing fastballs.
Why not?
No,
Yep.
no need to throw off-speed stuff here.
0 for 3 tonight. There's
You don't
no
have to
reason.
work on your pitching, Nolan. You're not pitching. There it is. Called strike.
Should be number 19, Mike.
Next up, number 19, Mike Ozga.
And Rat-Eye, Wayne,
That's all he has to do.
That's all he's got to do, just like that.
He's got a really good fastball. I mean, I would say he's up into the 87 mile per hour range. So.
Did you ever see him pitch, Wayne?
No, I never did. I saw him play as a little leaguer.
Yeah, and I did too, but I've never seen
He
him
was
pitch.
an outstanding ball player, but
Yeah.
I've never seen him pitch. There's a hard hit ball to right field coming in hard. Is Tito Jones makes a sliding catch. Beauty.
You can make those announcements.
Third out, and the game is over, folks.
I was telling you to measure his pitch, and
Fans, remember to stop it at these
I wanted you to see how
Great
fast
game
he was
for the
pitching.
Mavericks.
Thanks to the official
Score.
crowd of the Nets.
Final score is 21-0.
Also, a special request from the players as they are the ones that officially clean.
And Wayne, well, what can be said? A 21-0 win tonight. That feels weird to say, but
Next Mavericks home
for the
game.
Mavericks, that is a convincing win to say the least. I mentioned on the show that I said the Mavericks needed to win 2 of 3 games, but when you beat a team 21-0, I think it's safe to say there's a sizable gap between the two teams. And for the Mavericks win, you talked about it early on in the show tonight. You were worried they might let off when it was 6-0. It became 7-0. You said that's what I like. They kept at it and they went right to work. You feel for the Melville Millionaires. Nobody wants to have that happen to them. Even us as the Mavericks staff, you feel for that team. But Wayne, you mentioned the Millionaires, they weren't making those adjustments and it continued to pile up. That with some, those walks that we talk about. Walks, questionable setups, 21-0 loss, a recipe for disaster for them.
Yeah, and the one thing is that the Mavericks, Owen Steele pitched a great game tonight. He went 8 innings, only walked 1 batter, struck out 6, so he had a great...
Take it with you. Get something. Come to the ball game and use it.
So he pitched a great game, but our hitters are on a roll right now. As I had mentioned earlier, we were 6th in the league in batting, and we've now moved up to 3rd. This game is probably not an indication of how close the teams are. I don't think we're consistently going to be 21 runs better than Melville, but tonight was our night, and it certainly wasn't their night. So, tomorrow's a new day. You just have to come back and
be ready to go, pretty much like you said.
Tomorrow's a new day, and you know what? Tomorrow we might have to scratch and claw to get a win tomorrow. It's baseball.
That's the thing about
that
baseball.
way.
You don't know how you never know how things are going to go. Wayne, I expect the Millionaires to come out tomorrow with a chip on their shoulder, to be honest with you. I expect the Mavericks are really going to have to prove their worth again in the early on. And Wayne has mentioned your stat about scoring in the innings. Why don't you tell us it one more time? Because you were right.
The team that scores first wins 65% of the games. We scored first. And most teams, the winning team in most games scores as many or more runs in one inning than the losing team does in the whole game. Well, tonight all we needed was 1 run. But let's see how the next 2 games play out and whether that theory holds true for the rest of this series. Good opportunity for the Mavericks to edge up in the standings because, as we had mentioned earlier, Lethbridge, Okotoks, Fort McMurray, and Edmonton are all playing against each other this weekend. So there's going to be some wins and losses there, and hopefully we can get 3 wins and move up. We're virtually only a half a game behind Lethbridge in the standings. We have a game in hand. So
got to make it count.
I think we can edge ourselves into 2nd place. Now, having said that, after this weekend, our schedule gets considerably tougher.
It does. So you got to get those wins now.
Yeah, we got to get those wins now. We got to make hay while the weather is good.
The weather is good.
And the crops are good. So here's our opportunity. And after that, we've got some tough games against Lethbridge, Okotoks, and Fort Mac. And
those won't be easy.
Those won't be easy games because we've had close games against those 3 teams all year.
Sure have. Well, guys, a 21-0 win for the Mavericks. That is their, no surprise, biggest win margin of the season. The Mavericks will look to continue this momentum as it's not over yet. Game 2 with Melville goes tomorrow night at 7:05. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow night as always. Good night.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Good show tonight. We had a good show tonight.